And good evening and welcome. It's time for high school football. We're in Harlingen, Texas, and tonight it's the Weslaco Panthers taking on the Harlingen South Hawks, non-district action. Weslaco in District 31 6A, and their record is 2-1. And the Hawks, they're in 32 6A, also 2-1. And tonight we are at a beautiful facility, and we are at, what is it, John L. Lewis Bogus Stadium, right? Okay, so we are getting ready for the kickoff in just a couple moments. I'm Scott Harrison along with Football Fred. And Fred, again, a big week for Weslaco last week. Basically, it was the Peyton Knopf show offensively as he scored all 3 touchdowns and runs a 48, 23, and 3 yards for his scores, also field goal. But again, a new week, and we have a new opponent.
Yeah, it's always good for me, Scott, to have these games. I'm really interested in finding out what the players, the coaches do right before you start district play. Now, before we even get there, we have a good South Hawk team that we're going to be playing tonight. We're looking forward to it. A lot of growth from this defense and this offense should put it together tonight. Let's look for a big Panther win tonight.
All right, and again, these teams met last year, and it was Weslaco winning so far. Weslaco, they lost their opener to Nicky Rowe at home, 44-41, and then they defeated at Koch Elsa 45-35, and then it was a victory last week over PSJ North, 24-7, also at home. And we want to remind you, the Weslaco Panthers 2019 season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center. So again, one final non-district game before we get to district action. And by the way, the Hawks, they opened the season flanking Edinburgh 24-0. PSJ North, they defeated the Hawks 35-6. And then the Hawks defeated McAllen 44-14. And here is the kickoff, and we're ready to get things underway.
Yeah, and you know what? To start off, we're going to already start talking about one of our favorite kickers, that's for sure, Ram Galvez. And you know, Ram, I don't think he did it on purpose. I think he kind of just missed the ball, maybe even. That ball just kind of squibbled up to about the 30-yard line, and that's where the Hawks will start. I was thinking he was going to go deep with it, but there you go. We're going to give them a decent field position here to start their first possession.
And, of course, their quarterback is David Torres. We saw him last year. They go in the spread formation. We talked to Coach Ritchie before the game, and he says maybe they'll start out running. But again, they do the spread offense. They do have a man in motion, and they will hand it off to start the game, and it's going to be a nice run and a pickup of about 5 yards. And this is a young man that had not rushed the ball too much at this point last year, but now he's getting some action. He is a senior, Israel Vasquez.
Yeah, and he has a big offensive line. Wouldn't talk about them pretty much all night as well. A lot of experience coming back on both sides of the ball, but this offensive line, look out for them. They're going to try to open some holes for the Hawks.
So they call it a gain of 6. It is going to be 2nd down and 4. And this time the pass, it is going to go down to the 43-yard line where it is completed. And the receiver is a guy that played last year in this game, Brady Bennett, and he is going to get the first down.
He's a kind of a hybrid player. He's got 88, but he looks like a tight end, but he runs like a wide receiver. Keep an eye on him tonight.
Okay, so first down, ball at about the 43-yard line, gain of about 6 or 7 on that play. Again, we have a slot on the left side, and it's going to be a handoff, and the ball is going to go down near the 50-yard line, pick up about 8 on the play. And again, Coach told us before the game, yes, this young man is going to get the ball a lot, and he has so far, Israel Vasquez, and he's doing a good job.
You know, they're kind of want to set the tone early. They want to start the ball going here, so we're seeing that now.
So it's going to be 2nd down, maybe a long 2. And the ball will be handed off, and it's going to be a first down by about 1 yard, so give him about 4. He is now in Weslaco territory down at the 46-yard line.
One of my MVPs from last week against the Raiders was big number 32. Come over from baseball. Oh, here comes the snap quickly up.
Yes.
The Hawks do.
But this time, the defense is up for it, and we see not much gain at all. Looks like maybe Joshua Burkett is in on the tackle.
Right, and I was going to mention both Josh Burkett, he's a big-time player there. Number 32, Angel Castellanos, played a great game last. Nice linebacker play by them. Let's see if they can continue here tonight.
No gain on the play. Ball at the 46-yard line of Weslaco. Moving toward the south end zone where the scoreboard is to begin this opening quarter. And now there is going to be a pass. Is it down there incomplete?
Yeah, it was just a quick pass pattern that was going out there. That ball player was intended to Jacob Carrion, but he was way out there. Just the ball was overthrown. There's a flag. Now, usually when that happens, somebody's offsides, it looks like. Well, let's see if it goes what way.
This would be the first penalty of the game, 2 minutes in. So it's going to be an illegal formation against the offense.
And I like it when I'm wrong, especially when it's going the other way. That's right. The ball, the flag came out right as soon as the ball was snapped. So that's against the offense. Now he's going to bring up a second down and quite long.
Right, second down and 15. By the way, Vasquez at this point last season when he played in this game only had 4 carries for 9 yards coming into this game. So obviously very active now. And there's going to be a pass, and it is incomplete. And the pass was intended that time for Robin Castillo.
Yeah, Castillo was open there for a minute, but the issue was that number 10 was right there. Jacob Denna on the spot. Nice play by him. He wouldn't have gotten anywhere even if he would have caught it.
So we have third down and 10 coming up. And the ball is at the 49-yard line. And again, we are just a couple minutes into the game. Remember, last week, the opposition scored a minute 20 into the game on 3 plays, 71 yards. Much different this time.
Right.
Quarterback keeper, and David Torres is going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage. So he gains about maybe 5 yards on the play, right?
Yeah,
so
I really like the pressure that they're kind of making here. The pressure that is coming up from that defense it's getting there. Nice pressure early on by the Panthers. Let's see what the Hawks do. But so far, nice play by that defensive line for the Panthers.
Okay, they call it a gain of 3 on the play.
Right.
So fourth down and 12, ball at the 49-yard line. And it's going to be Leo Torres, the punter. He's going to do the place kicking as well. So punt to begin the game. And the ball is going to come down at about the 22-yard line. Going to be a fair catch on that play.
Yeah, Jaden Cavazos, nice fair catch. Now, it's interesting because the Hawks started off running the ball until they got that penalty. Once that penalty really screwed things up for the offense, it kind of got them off kilter. But you can tell that tonight they're trying to set the run up. And Coach told us, hey, we can get the run rolling, we can get in business. Didn't quite happen here. Now let's look at the Panther offense.
All right, 9:10 remaining. Opening quarter, no score between the Hawks and Panthers. Again, first down and 10. Ball at the 23-yard line. Jacob Cavazos passes. Goes over to the left side, and it looks like it was Jaden Cavazos,
yeah,
right?
Jaden Cavazos just a quick out there, and like even a screen kind of without the screen. He just goes out there and lets him try to make some plays, and he's one of those players that can do it on his own. So nice pickup there by Jaden, at least 2 yards or so.
2-yard gain. It'll be second down and 8. Have to get it up to the 32 or 33-yard line for the first down. And there is Jacob Cavazos, and he is going to be tackled, and he is going to be thrown for a loss. First sack of the game.
Now that defense for the Hawks, Jacob Huerta was there on that tackle. Now we're talking about defense, the great play by the defensive line by the Panthers earlier. This defense line also did a good job. Nice sack there on the play, brings up a third and long.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss of a better part of 9 yards on that play.
Right.
So third down and long, we'll call it third down and 15.
Right.
Ball back around the 15-yard line. Actually, a little farther than that, but again, long play. And this time it's going to be a run by Jacob Cavazos, and he's going to get near the first down.
You know, Cavazos has that. We've said that if you're watching him run, he when he puts his head down, it's like he gains an extra gear, and he puts it down. He was real close. As a matter of fact, they might even give it to him.
I think it was exactly 15.
Yeah, so they're going to fourth
down
and short.
Fourth, okay.
Oh wow!
No, it's going to be fourth down. All right.
Oh no, they're going first. No, the official is saying
Right.
go ahead and move them.
Yeah, I thought it was a first down.
Yeah, I
so
thought too.
Again, it's first down, ball at the 33-yard line. They started off at the 23, and of course, they had to get 15 after the sack. The sack lost 5 yards by Huerta, right?
Right.
And then they got 15 on that play. So it's going to be first down and 10, ball at the 33-yard line. And it's going to be a running play, Peyton Knab. And Peyton is going to get maybe about 3 or 4 yards on that play. Of course, we mentioned 3 touchdowns last week.
Right. Right. He's one of these guys that, again, needs the ball often and early. Once he gets that going, boy, he's just tough to bring down, especially as the game goes on. He is just that much harder to bring down if he gets rolling early.
So it is going to be second down and 7 coming up. He has 6 touchdowns on the year, has rushed for almost 300 yards. 41 carries for 297 yards so far this season. And this time, It is going to be Cavazos passing, has a receiver, looks to be open, and wait a minute here.
Yeah.
I think we had Rodney Garza.
Yeah,
Rodney Garza went to quarterback, and it was actually Cavazos that was the receiver. They do that sometimes. They make the switch, and Garza, he's had a pretty good year passing the ball so far. He is 3 out of 4 for 90 yards and 1 touchdown.
Yeah, I like to call that plays the razzle-dazzle. I like that. I'm putting that as the razzle-dazzle. They put Cavazos out there, and they go, Rodney, go get him.
Cavazos 2 catches for 49 yards this season. So it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Garza still in at the quarterback position. This time to Peyton Knab, and he is going to get the first down, gains about 8.
Let me tell you how much attention he draws out there. He's double covered. He's got a safety and a corner playing Cavazos when he's lined up as a receiver. That's how much attention he draws, and because of that, we saw that Knab was able to hit that area, and he picked up that first down right in between the line and the wide receiver Cavazos.
Last week for Peyton, 16 carries for 148 yards and those 3 touchdowns. So the ball is at the 45-yard line, still in Weslaco territory. They are moving north here in the opening quarter. No score. And back to pass. This time it's Jacob Cavazos, looks downfield, has his receiver, and he is going to go all the way for a touchdown. It is going to be a 55-yard score.
Wow. That's razzle-dazzle part 2. Cavazos to Cavazos connection. Cavazos, Jacob to Jaden Cavazos. What a pass right on the hands, man. And then he turned on the Jets. Excellent play by the Panthers. They were setting something up, and there was man coverage out there. Let me tell you, when you put man coverage on a deep play like that with Jaden Cavazos, that's exactly what you get. A big play, in this case, a touchdown.
Extra point attempt coming up. Ram Galvez puts it up, and it is good. So with 6:36 remaining here in the opening quarter, it is a big touchdown, and the Panthers are leading the Hawks by the score of 7-0. So a mixture of run and pass.
Yeah, and really what you saw when Peyton Knab got the ball, he was successful. Even if it was 4 or 5 yards, whatever it was enough to draw those linebackers and a safety or two up to play the run. Once you do that, you have Cavazos, you have really any receiver, especially Cavazos, who's a threat, to go down the field.
You know, Jacob Cavazos really struggled last week passing, 9 out of 24 for 47 yards.
Wow.
So he's got more yardage on that one pass, 55, than he had all last week. It was a big rushing week. Of course, for the season, now he has about 450 yards passing, all right? Coming into the game, he had completed 35 of 67 passes, 4 TDs, 1 interception, and again, with that big pass play, now has about 450 yards passing on the season.
Wow, nice numbers there for a young man, Cavazos.
Last year against the Hawks, by the way, he was 19 of 28 for 186 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he passed for a couple touchdowns last year, already halfway there. Midway, just a little bit past midway of the first quarter. And here comes the kickoff, and it's going to be taken about the 5-yard line, and the ball will be returned up to the 30, and now down to about the 37-yard line. And again, the back goes out of bounds, and it was Jacob Carrion.
Yeah, Jacob Carrion showing off his speed. They're kind of coming outside and really turned it up and picked up some good yardage. Nice field position, even better than the first possession they had. Looks like they're going to start it around the 40.
That's right, officially at the 39.
There you go.
So it is going to be 1st and 10, second possession of the night for Harlingen South. Remember, they punted on their first possession, but they did pick up some first downs. They got some ball movement.
It's going to be interesting to see if they continue that. It looks like they want to establish the run. And once they do that, everything else opens up for them.
Torres at quarterback. Has the ball. He's going to keep it, and he is going to barely get back to the line of scrimmage when he is tackled.
Yeah, he wanted to go to Marcos Gonzalez, one of the fullbacks out in the flat, but nothing materialized, and quickly that defense was there again.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 10, give him no gain on that play. Again, calling out the signals, has a slot over on the right side, looking over at his coach, getting some instructions. Now we have some movement in the backfield. You can hear the Weslaco fans yelling out, "Go D!" A lot of Panthers fans here tonight cheering on the team. And this time, it's going to be a handoff, and it's going to go up to about the 47-yard line in the territory of the Panthers. So a nice gain of that play, maybe of about 7.
Yes, Marcos Gonzalez, the young sophomore, picking up some yards right up the middle. Now keep your eyes, if you're watching this, just kind of watch Elijah on the outside. Big number 48, Esteban, he has been getting in there every single play.
All right, now another run on the play, and it's going to be close to a first down.
And Gabriel Gonzalez, who had an excellent game last week, is there again coming over from the safety spot. Remember, he's now taking the spot of injured Devin Hanks. So he's out there as well, now playing safety for these Panthers.
Devin going to be out, at least a month?
Yeah.
A sternum injury, right?
Right, at least more.
Okay, so it's going to be a gain of about 3 for the first down. Marcos Gonzalez, we heard that he would carry the ball some. This time he is going to maybe get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Joshua Burkett. He has been a great addition to this linebacker core. He's got size, he's got speed, athletic, and he was in there and he stopped it for no gain.
So it's going to be a loss of 1. A second down and 11. Clock ticking. Under 4:30 remaining here in the opening quarter. Panthers leading the Hawks 7-0. And this time, again up the middle, and this time nothing doing. Gang tackling in the middle of the line.
Now let's welcome back big number 68, Adrian Fuentes. Tank. That's right.
We said that in stereo, right?
Yeah, we said that in stereo for everybody to hear. Tank is back. Sitting out that last week with a minor injury. He is back, my friends.
No gain on that play for Gonzalez. It's going to be now 3rd and 11. This time, Torres dropping back, and he is going to be clobbered, sacked back at the 40-yard line. Big sack on that play.
Now, that was the guy that I'll tell you to keep an eye on. Elijah Esteban. He had every single play in this past possession for the Hawks. He was in the backfield. He might as well have been a running back for the Hawks. Yeah, so many times he was back there. Great job by him. And another big play by Angel Castellanos, that linebacker also. A nice addition to the linebacker core.
And again, it's going to be a loss of 7. So it will be 4th down and 11. Leo Torres back to punt. He'll get it off around his 30-yard line. And there it goes. And it looks like it is going to be a fair catch down around the 20-yard line, and going back for the ball that time, it was Jake Granados.
He's got some hands on him. He's like a baseball player out there fielding just a nice high, a ball hit up, baseball hit up in the air, a pop fly or something. He just kind of grabs it real nonchalant, man. He's got some hands on him.
Yeah. Good time tonight at Bogus Stadium. First time I've been here. I really enjoy it.
It's been a while. I know for me on the radio side, it's been a while, but they've really upgraded some of the facilities here. We're very happy to, and wanted to say hi to Coach Davies, the athletic director, for making us so welcome here.
3:12 remaining, second possession of the night. Ball on the 41-yard line. Actually, not the 41. We'll give it a recap here in a second. But on the opening play, not much gain at all. Actually, at the 21. Not much gain at all.
So I wonder if we're going to see a little bit more of this again. You have now a direct snap that goes to Kanab while Jacob Cavazos is in motion. And I'm thinking about what that does to the defense. Hey, all of a sudden Kanab is your quarterback and Cavazos is in motion. Nice play there by the Panthers. Hopefully wanted to see a little bit more from it, but let's see what they do.
No gain on that. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 21-yard line. This time Jacob Cavazos scrambling, and he is going to run the ball, and he is going to barely get back to the line of scrimmage, may fall forward for a yard.
Yeah, he had something developing to the left-hand side, but it really never materialized. He wanted to go to Barrones, but really he was covered, so he had to go back, improvise, and he's good. But that defensive line, once again, has got some experience on there. Now, they do have a lot of young linebackers and safeties. I mean, how many did Coach Richie said he had, like sophomores?
4 sophomores.
4 sophomores starting on this defense.
So that is kind of amazing. We'll try to go over their names in just a moment.
Sure.
And we have under 2 minutes remain. No gain on that play, so it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Weslaco white uniforms, purple pants, purple helmets. And this time the pass is complete, and it's going to go to the 40. It's to midfield, and the runner is out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Jaden Cavazos, once again, I said this at the beginning of the season, he can just create. He's one of these guys that is always open, and if he's not, he'll catch. Just throw it to him. He'll pick it up.
About a 30-yard gain on that play.
Right.
So the ball will be inside the territory of the home team, Harlingen South, at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for Weslaco. And this time, Peyton Knob trying to rush around the right side, and he will gain a couple and then be out of bounds.
But you can see the speed that he has. And really what a type of runner he brings you the best that a complete runner has. He's got some strength, he's strong, but he can also take off.
Well, we got a couple sophomores at safety.
Yeah, Devin Montemayor is one of them. Jeremiah, who was it? Rivera is another one, right? That's a sophomore. And then your outside linebackers, Levi Ince is one, and then Josh Cantu is another one. So those are your 4 safety players, safety and linebackers. Wow.
Okay, so it's going to be 2nd down and 9 right now. Give him a gain of 1 on that play before he went out of bounds. Now passing over to the left side, and it's in and out of the hands of the receiver. Was it Jaden Cavazos?
Yeah, Jaden Cavazos was out there. He wasn't going to get too much. It wasn't developing quickly, but maybe it's a good thing he did kind of drop it. He was going to pick up maybe back to the line of scrimmage. So no harm, no foul on this one. Brings up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 9. Getting the ball inside the territory of Harlingen South. And we'll call it at the 46-yard line. Remember, a touchdown on the first play, touchdown pass for Cavazos on the first series. And this time the pass is complete for a 1st down to around the 30-yard line. So nice gain of about 16 yards on that play.
Yeah, Rodney Garza, again, kind of alternating tonight. You seen him at the wide receiver spot here. He's been playing quarterback as well. Nice. He goes up and gets it. Really, if he doesn't slip there, he might have gotten a lot more down the field and maybe even a touchdown. But nice catch, pick up a 1st down. Yeah,
I think officially they're going to make it about a 14-yard gain.
Yep.
So it's going to be 1st and 10. The ball is going to be at about the 32-yard line of Harlingen South. Jacob Cavazos back, looks downfield, and he will get it to his receiver, and it is going to be another touchdown.
Wow.
That was a nice pass on that play, and it went to, who was it?
Yeah, that's
Jaden
Garza.
Cavazos?
No, that's Rodney Garza.
Rodney Garza, okay.
Yeah, it looks like it from here. We're trying to catch him. He's kind of on the outside, but yeah, he's usually also the holder on the actual kick as well. So the extra point, yeah, he gets a touchdown and then reward him by holding the ball on the extra point.
So Garza with the touchdown, 32-yarder. Extra point attempt upcoming. It's up, and it is good. Ram makes it again. Ram Galvez, a soccer player joining the team this year. Just like last year with George Martinez.
You know, one of the things, and I'll bring this up as they score now another touchdown. Beautiful play, Cavazos to Garza. But I'm going to give him credit. I'm going to start giving these guys credit. I'm going to give you some names here. Aaron Garcia, Lázaro Reyes, big 55 and big 54. 62, Joseph Esparza. Rolando Morales, big 6'4". Giovanni Naveja, 65. Raul Martinez, 66. These guys, I just mentioned to you, played their tails off right now during this drive. And that kind of play by the offensive line, you sprinkle a little bit of Garza, and you get Cavazos rolling, and Canam is back there. Are you kidding? That's what you get, 14-0 first quarter.
As we mentioned, Jacob Cavazos, 2 touchdown passes last year against Harlingen South at Bobby Lackey Stadium. Already has that in the first quarter. And the kickoff is going to be taken, and it is going to go down to about the 30-yard line.
It's a nice return there once again by he's been returning kicks for him all night tonight. Jacob Carrion, he's been successful up to about the 30, a little bit across the 30 maybe. That's where Carrion goes. He's got some speed. He's got some vision, follows his blocks. A nice play.
So ball will be at the 30-yard line, going to be the 3rd offensive possession of the night for the home team. A lot of fans out here from Weslaco traveling well like they always do. Glad to see them aboard. Again, we're glad to see some of the players injured back again.
Yeah, as a matter of after this play, we'll talk about it.
All right, and this is going to be a running play, and it's going to be a nice gain, maybe about 11 yards. And this time it looks like they have back in the game once again playing Israel Vasquez.
Yeah, Israel Vasquez, he's probably the quicker back of the 2 that they like to play with. as also they're trying to get up in a hurry up. Yeah, mostly all their players that we know that are healthy are playing tonight, so that's a good thing, including KJ Jones, which we haven't seen here. Hopefully we get to see that young man as well.
He's suited up tonight.
Yep.
So this time the quarterback keeper, and Torres is going to get over the 50-yard line, and he's going to get down to about the 43-yard line. So that was a nice play on that run, close to 20 yards.
Yeah, and David Torres is the spark plug of this offense. He makes it go. He's not a big guy, not a super fast guy, but boy, he can do things. He can do all sorts of things. A nice play there, big play by him.
All right, we're at Bogus Stadium. We are in Harlingen. And after 1 quarter of play, it is the Weslaco Panthers shutting out the Harlingen South Hawks 14-0. This is a K-West production. And we're back once again, along with Football Fred. I'm Scott Harrison. Last year, David Torres, he was 88 out of 173 passing for 1,100 yards, 3 TDs and 6 interceptions, and rushing the ball had 30 carries, that is, for 120 yards. So didn't rush big time, but did get some good yardage when he rushed.
Nice play there by Torres once again, connecting so far with his favorite receiver, Jacob Carrillo. Now, we haven't seen him go very much to his favorite, Brady Bennett. I wonder if that changes.
All right, so after that play, it's going to be 2nd down and 4, first play of the second quarter. Again, Weslaco leading 14-0, and we have another play of not much gain.
Yeah, so we're sticking to the script. We talked to Coach Rich. He says, hey, we're going to try to run the ball. We feel we can run the ball, and then from there, other things will open. So far, even though they're down a couple of touchdowns, they're sticking to the game plan.
Vasquez maybe gets 1 on the play, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Ball at the 36-yard line. It is in Weslaco territory. David Torres, a quarterback, low snap. He's going to keep it, and he is going to try to run around the left side, and no going. Again, he may be dropped for a loss.
That defensive end, Alexis Munoz, for the Panthers, great pressure, and he had just swarmed. He just went and did not let them get out of the pocket. He just wanted to make sure, at least outside, to try to make a play. Nice play there by him.
One of the top tacklers for the team. Remember, he had an interception last week.
Right. He's an athlete. He's a good player. He did a good job there.
So 4th down and 4. Looks like they're going to go for it, but there is a whistle timeout by Weslaco.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're talking about some of the players here. I didn't realize this until I saw the stats. Jesse Perez had 3 sacks last week.
Wow.
Okay, I looked at the stats, and he leads the team with 23 tackles. And even though Devin Hanks didn't play last week, and he's going to be out several weeks with a sternum injury, he is still the 2nd leading tackler on the team with 17, all right?
That's how he was, yeah.
And then we've got a bunch of guys with 16 tackles coming into the game. Gabriel Gonzalez, also, Brad Castellano?
Brad Castellanos, right.
Yes, Adrian Fuentes, Munoz, as you mentioned, they all have 16. And Aaron Garcia, he has a sack this season. He has 14. So those are some of the leading tacklers. And by the way, you were talking about Josh Burkett joining the team. He has 14 tackles, okay?
Wow.
And that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But listen to this. He had 10 last week.
Yeah. And, you know, he's one of those guys that Coach Stroman talked about. Hey, he was playing another spot on the team, and we saw him, and we said, you know, should we give him a shot? Kid stands up and says, hey, what do you mean give me a shot? You put me in there, let me play. And he has benefited. He's done great at that spot. He's one of those guys. And we talked about Angel Castellanos, another excellent addition to the linebackers corps.
So 4th down and 4, moving toward the north. Away from the scoreboard is Harlingen South. They're on the 37-yard line of Weslaco. They are going to punt the ball. Leo Torres gets it off, and the ball will, let's see where it rolls out. Is it going to go into the end zone? Let's see where they mark it. But again, it will be Weslaco football as they get ready for another possession. Weslaco Panthers, by the way, their 2019 season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center.
I was just looking at Josh Burkett and the type of player he is. He came up and the South fans were kind of upset that he hit the punter. But, you know, the punter held the ball. And, you know, when you do that rugby style, you hold the ball as long as possible. And he held, and then he just, as soon as he kicked it, he got nailed by Burkett.
No penalty.
No penalty. No. I mean, that's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes.
By the way, we'll tell you the rankings this week according to rgbsports.com. Their top 10, at least relating to Weslaco, in just a moment after this first play. 1st and 10, ball on the 13-yard line, and it looks like it's Peyton Knob not going for much yardage. And we see McAllen Memorial number 1 this week. Okay, Vela lost. They drop out of the top spot, but they're still number 3. And Mission High and Weslaco High are tied for 9th. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that looking at that, there's got to be some teams that should be a little higher. Hannah, I believe, is a little higher than that. I believe Weslaco's a little higher than that. I believe Weslaco East should be in there somewhere as well. But that's just my thought. But there's some teams that are in there that we've seen play already that should not probably be on the top 10.
Loss of 1 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down 11. Jacob Cavazos spread offense, and he's going to get down to Rodney Garza, and Garza's going to get down to about the 26-yard line, so that's going to be a gain of 14 on the play and a 1st down.
He's just an athlete. On there, you should, when you look at his name and a roster, it shouldn't say quarterback, it shouldn't say wide receiver, it should say ATH, athlete. That's what he does.
I've seen that listed. I've seen some people that put that into their rosters.
And he's played defense as well, so that would be the appropriate label for this young man.
1st and 10 at the 26, and this time it's going to be a handoff and not much doing, maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage. I believe it is Peyton Knob.
Well, actually, that carry was Jesse Hernandez.
Okay, Jesse Hernandez. Okay,
yeah,
brought him.
We got to see him, believe it or not. We don't usually see him towards the end of the game.
Yeah, it's
or
early this time.
At least at the halfway
well,
mark.
they use him a lot in the 3rd quarter to give a series to rest Peyton Knob, and then Peyton comes back real strong to finish up the game.
Exactly.
But this time going a little bit differently.
Yep.
And so it's good to see him in there. And he has 12 carries, I believe, for 124 yards and a touchdown, averaging over 10 yards a carry this season. But there's going to be flags before we get off another play.
Yeah, and that's what you get. He's a productive back. That's a false start.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a productive back. You don't lose a lot as far as production. I mean, you don't have the ability that Knob does. But, boy, Jesse himself, he's a great running back. So
it is going to be 2nd down and 15. As a result of that penalty. Ball the 21-yard line, and this time not much gain. Yeah, Cavazos waits and waits and waits until something develops. Yeah, and he just wants something he just wants a crease. He just wants something to open up. In that case, right there in that spot, he couldn't really get going. But nice effort there by Cavazos. So we'll call it no gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 15. Ball still at the 21-yard line. Clock rolling. Under 8:20 remaining here in the first half. And right now it is the Hawks leading this game 14-0. Excuse me, the Weslaco leading the Hawks 14-0. Right. So we've got trips over on the right side. One back in the backfield. And this time it's going to be Cavazos running the ball. He is going to get down near the 25-yard line, but well short of what he needed. And might have got 9 on that play, but needed 15. Yeah, Ethan Gonzalez, one of the leaders on this defense, playing the linebacker, does a fine job of limiting. I think they might, I'm going to keep an eye on this, but look out for number 36, Ethan Gonzalez on the Hawks. Looks like he's spying where Cavazos is going. We're going to keep an eye on that, but nice play by that young man. So they are going to punt the ball. 4th down, and actually they only gave him a 4-yard gain before his knee went down. So it's going to be 4th down and 11. Ball at the 25-yard line, and Rodney Garza punting this year for Weslaco. Remember, it was Cavazos, Jacob Cavazos in past seasons recently, but now you see there is a whistle. A penalty or a timeout? Yeah, it looks like it's a delay of game. All right. The play clock is at 00. Yep, delay of game, like Football Fred said. Yeah. So the ball is going to go back, and it's going to be 4th down and 16. And the ball will be moved back. We'll have to see where exactly they spot it. Looks like it's going to be inside the 20, maybe at the 19. And back around midfield is the back, awaiting the kick. And it's a high snap. And right now, we'll see if Garza can get it off. And it's blocked. And it's going to be Harlingen's ball at about the 5-yard line. So a big special teams play by the Hawks. Yeah, it was a high snap. And so Rodney did his best he could to recuperate and try to punt it. But there was a lot of green jerseys on that area. When that happened, bad things are going to happen. And that's a nice play by the defense. And now turnover here in a really good field position for the Hawks. So with 6:55 remaining, the ball will be marked at the 6-yard line. It'll be first and goal to go for the Hawks. And this is a time where the young Weslaco defense is really going to have to stand up. If you have not been listening to our broadcast, remember, the crew from last year is all gone and started.
Right,
basically, this is a whole new defense this year. And they'll be put to the test right now. Again, David Torres at quarterback. Spread formation. Has one wide out, that's on the left side. He is going to give the ball to Vasquez, and he's going to be down near the goal line. Is it going to be short of a touchdown? He got about 6 yards at least on that one.
Yeah, and it's exactly what you see. A big 33, Marcos Gonzalez, is a little bigger,
Okay,
slower
so they put
back.
Gonzalez in that time.
Yeah, putting Gonzalez, he's a little bit bigger back. While you're right, on 20-23, the other running back, Israel Vasquez, a little smaller, a little quicker. Let's see what they go now. They got both in the back.
Yeah, all right. And this time, it's going to go up the middle, and it's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah, and they give it to the fullback, Marcos Gonzalez.
Marco Gonzalez, so he gets it in. Ball was on the 1-yard line, and Marco takes it in for the score.
So their version of lightning and thunder, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
That's what you have with the Hawks. And really the beneficiary of this, of a bad play on special teams. Now, go back a few weeks. We talked to Coach Stroman, especially after the loss to the Row Warriors as we await the extra point. I recall that he said, look, there's 3 things we're going to really work on as we await the extra point.
Leo Torres.
Going to attempt the extra point.
And it's up. And the extra point is, waiting to see him. I'm not sure. Is there a penalty or something?
The officials are not saying anything.
They're not saying anything.
They did the same thing.
I'm not going to speculate. I'm going to wait to see.
They did the
Hold
same
on.
thing, though. Yeah.
Okay, there was something that happened that the defense did before the play.
I was going to say, they didn't say anything for a while. They did the same thing to us during the coin toss. So
all right.
It's possible.
Well, it was a penalty on the defense.
Yeah, so we were saying there was 3 things that Coach Stroman wanted to work on. And I said, you know what, I'm going to go back to my list. You know, there was 3 things, okay? So they had special teams. They had the defense had to play better and had to fix turnovers. So it looks like 2 of them. The turnover spot looked okay as we await the extra point. And they're setting up for it now.
Extra point is up. And this time it's marked as good. So with 6:25 remaining here in the first half at Bogus Stadium, it is now the Panthers leading the Hawks 14-7.
So those 2 things have worked out so far so good. Okay, we said the defense and we said turnovers. That has been a work in progress and has done well. Another thing we saw today, we saw a little bit of a breakdown in the special teams. So those are the things that I know is we saw some good run backs during the kickoffs as well. So those are the kind of things that Coach Stroman will definitely look at and say, okay, guys, we're you know, these are the things we wanted to get better, and we've done pretty good so far at changing some of these things. So I know they're going to look at that and they're going to try to fix those things, especially before next week when it really does count.
And let's see if the Hawks can adjust. I know they made a punt last time, but remember, they played PSJ North this year.
Right.
And they played actually against Isaiah Van Hill. And in that game, he had 2 touchdowns and passed for 121 yards. Meanwhile, Isaac Gonzalez, who scored that touchdown to open last week's game against Weslaco, well, he had 23 carries for 165 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
This was against Harlingen's South Hawks. But again, we talked to Coach Ritchie before the game, and he mentioned, you know, having played against those 2 guys, we're a little bit ready for Cavazos and Kanab. And so we'll see if they've made some adjustments. Obviously, they've had some success so far, Kanab and Cavazos got out to that 14-0 lead. Can they come back after, what should we say, adversity right. On that last drive, the block punt that resulted in the touchdown? Can they get over the adversity and move ahead? They're a veteran offensive team, so you would think that they will be able to take matters into their own hands and get going. Remember, they have 9 returning starters.
Yeah, at least to start off, they've done a good job of limiting Jacob Cavazos' runs. So far, so good. So, you know, that's a good thing for the Hawks.
So it's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 25-yard line of Weslaco as they move toward the scoreboard side of the field. But a big run this time. And that ball is going to be on the quarterback keeper, taking up to about the 46-yard line. Pick up by Cavazos of about 21 yards.
And as we say, they had to doing a good job of kind of slowing down Cavazos. We see a break a big one here, and that's the kind of thing that Cavazos brings to you. He's been throwing the ball around, and all of a sudden he put his head down, and that makes him so dangerous.
So mark it at the 44, officially a 19-yard gain. And this time, it's going to be a handoff, and it's going to go around the right side down to about the 49-yard line. So pick up about 6 on the play.
Kanab is looking ahead and thinking, okay, am I going to cut him back inside? Am I going to continue going outside? There be a flag? Is there a flag out there? I see an official without a hat. That's possible.
Yeah, holding against the offense. So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. 10-yard penalty against Weslaco.
Yeah, I was saying he's waiting and waiting. In this case, there was a holding out there, but he's patient. He wants to wait, and then he puts his head down. And, man, he becomes a battering ram. He just starts hitting people and turns on the speed, and he becomes an explosive runner.
By the way, last week for Harlingen South, their big quarter was the second quarter. They outscored the Bulldogs of McAllen 21-7. A sloppy game. Now, the Hawks caused 4 turnovers, but they also turned the ball over 5 times.
Yeah.
So it was a sloppy game. 1st and 20 ball at the 34-yard line. Cavazos has it, and he's going to run the ball, and he is going to get up to midfield, and he is at the 40. He's at the 30. It's a foot race down at the 20, 10, touchdown. Takes the ball from the 34-yard line all the way in for the score. 66-yard run down the far sideline for Jacob Cavazos.
Wow. Man, the speed kills. And you saw it right there. Once again, he tucks that ball in his arm. Once he does that, that is it. It's over. Doesn't matter who's chasing. Nobody's going to bring down Cavazos. And we said earlier that defense was doing a good job until this drive of slowing down Cavazos. Excellent play by the quarterback.
Huge run. And again, extra point attempt coming up. Ram is going to be doing it. And that was a pretty play. 27 is the score right now. And after the extra point, 21-7, 5:17 remaining here in the opening quarter. And what a run. Cavazos, by the way, on the season, he has rushed 30 times for 232 yards and 4 touchdowns. That'll be his 5th now, and it's going to pick up his average. Average per carry has been just about 8 yards, so that's going to go up a little bit after that particular touchdown run. Last week against the Raiders, he had 8 carries for 27 yards. Was fairly successful last year against the Hawks. No touchdowns, but 13 carries for 92 yards.
And what you just heard, that air leaving is the air of momentum going the opposite way. Cavazos by himself did that. He let the air out of the momentum balloon, if you would, on the Hawks here, because the Hawks had an opportunity here after putting had a short field, capitalized, got a point, got a touchdown, and now it's 21-7.
Oh, we talked about the fact, can they come back from adversity?
Right.
Okay, the messed up punt winds up on a short touchdown, short field, and a touchdown. Now, though, they come back, and you're talking about the balloon.
Yeah.
I don't see 99 red balloons. Remember that old song?
I remember that, yeah.
But,
sure.
But I do see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's exactly what he just did.
All right, so the kickoff is going to come down near the 15-yard line. It'll be returned by Harlingen South. Nice return, and it's going to be near midfield. And the runner is still going, brought down at the 45-yard line in the territory of Weslaco.
Yeah, that's special teams. We got to go back and really, it's the same player here that we've seen all night tonight is big 11, the running back or the receiver, Jacob Carrion, always does a fine job. He brought it back on that play. He almost broke it, Carrion did. I mean, it took a couple of Panthers really to come up. It was Mel Rodriguez who came up and finally tripped him up, and good thing he did there. Across midfield into Panther territory to start this possession.
So, by the way, Rodriguez, he's a receiver also. He's only got 1 catch this year for 8 yards, but let's give him a little recognition. So the first carry is going to go down to about the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 4 on that play, and again, it's Israel Vasquez.
Yeah, Vasquez, once again, they're trying to set up that run. They're still going with it. They feel that they can do something with it. Now, we haven't seen a lot of running by the quarterback yet. We'll see what he does here.
So 2nd down and 6 ball at the 40-yard line of Weslaco. Under 5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter, and it's a delayed handoff, and this time it's going to be Vasquez knocked down, pushed ahead for about 1 yard.
Tank decided to go on, since he's a bit bigger than Israel Vasquez. He decided to go on and put himself on top of Vasquez, and boy, did he bring him down WWE style. Man.
So when they mark it, they're going to call it second down and 6, but there's a penalty.
Yeah, nice play there by Tank. We welcome him back. He's one of those guys on the defensive line that is active. He's a menace on that defensive line. That's the best word for him.
Did you catch what it was? I'm not here.
Yeah, it looked like it was a holding. It
okay,
looked like.
All right. So the ball's back at midfield at the 50-yard line. Second down and 16. Again, the Panthers lead the Hawks 21-7. David Torres over on the left side throws it in the flat, and the ball will go down to the 45-yard line approximately of Weslaco. And it's going to be third down. And on that particular reception, it looked like it was Javier Garcia.
Yeah, he's doing a good job out there, playing really on his own. That side, anyway, is just by himself, so nice play there.
So we're going to have third down and 12. Officially a 3-yard gain. Ball at the 46-yard line of Weslaco. Under 4 minutes remaining here in the opening half. And that time the ball is tipped at the line of scrimmage. Did not quite see who got it, but I'm going to guess, maybe 48?
Yeah, he has been, remember, if I was to give an award for the player, at least MVP of the half, that young man, Elijah Estevanes, has been all over the place. I mean, we said about Tank being a menace. He's menace number 2, and he's been all over the place.
Maybe 1A.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've done a great job, both him and you have that defensive line creating havoc and really stopping play. A wide receiver was wide open, by the way, on that play.
Fourth down and 12. It is going to be Leo Torres punting. He'll punt near midfield. And there goes the ball. And it is going to be taken at the 11-yard line by Weslaco. And the return is going to go up to about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, there's a flag back there. I know
Jay Granados.
Yeah, Jay Granados on a nice return, but that's going to negate it because it looks like they're going to either a hold or a push by the Panthers. At least is what it looks like to start.
Well, we hate to see that. We do want to say we saw a couple of our injured players. Okay, let's hear what they have to say. Holding, right?
Yeah.
Holding on the return team.
Yeah.
And one good thing, we saw today a couple of linebackers that would be starting this year were injured before the start of the season. Ethan Zamora, number 40, and also Charles Juarez. They were not on crutches this week. We don't say they're going to come back soon. We have no idea. One of them had a walking boot on, we could see. But it's good to see those young men at least not on crutches anymore.
It's a positive sign. It's a positive sign when you see those young men walking on their own. And even though they're still under, you said,
well, one has a walking boot for sure. I couldn't tell it with the other one.
But these young men are athletes, you know, and they heal pretty quickly. We wish them well.
A 1st and 10. Ball inside the 10-yard line. And it's going to be a running play. And this time we see it's not going to be much at all for Peyton Knab. Tries to turn the corner, but not much. Actually, Jesse Hernandez was in there. I wonder, is Knab shaken up? I have not seen him.
No, it looks like he's fine. He's on the sideline.
Okay.
It's just I think you're right when you said earlier they might give him a breather to kind of get him with 3 minutes here. They might need him here before it's all said and done.
So it's going to be second down and 9, pickup of 1. Ball on the 7-yard line. Remember last year Hernandez had some incredible runs.
Yeah.
I remember an 81-yard run for a touchdown, so that young man definitely has the ability. Under 3 minutes remaining, clock moving here in the first half. Again, 21-7 lead for the Panthers over the Hawks. And Jacob Cavazos has the ball. He'll go around the right side, and he will get a little bit over the 10-yard line, but not much on that run.
And I was going to wonder how quick were the Hawks going to start using their timeouts, and then you go, there's the answer. They called one immediately. And why not? It looks like they have at least they had all 3.
Yeah.
So there was
no gain at all on that play. Third down and 9.
Yeah, so they might be getting an opportunity, at least setting it up so where they can get the ball back. It's 2:38. You still got 2 timeouts left, the Hawks do, and then you've got looks to be like a 3rd and about 7 or so. So if your defense stops them here and you use a timeout, you should have some pretty good time.
By the way, Coach Ritchie doing a nice job with the Hawks. They had not made the playoffs since 2013 until last year. And, of course, they played Vela. Vela ran over a lot of people. They won 52-14. But, again, they were 4-7 last year. The year before that, 2-8, 5-5 in 2016. So that's how the Hawks have done in recent seasons. And, again, Brian Ritchie, a very up-tempo coach. Good talking with him. And next week, by the way, according to their schedule, they're at Odessa. That's going to be a Saturday day game at 11 a.m. And Academinis comes to Bobby Lackey Stadium to play Weslaco 7:30 next Friday. We'll have that broadcast. So after the timeout, 2 left for each team, I believe. 3rd down and 6, ball at the 10-yard line of Weslaco. Big play. See if they can keep this drive alive. And this time there's pressure, and Cavazos is going to run with the ball, tries to get it off. He's still behind the line of scrimmage, and the ball will come down near the 48-yard line, incomplete.
Yeah, nice throw there by Cavazos. Really had nothing down the field, and there's a flag. Berrones was the intended receiver. Now, he's a tall receiver. He's one of those guys that is kind of a hybrid tight end wideout. But he's tall, went up high, and there's a flag. Somebody might have said something. Let's wait for the official call.
Well, Berrones had 2 of his 3 catches last week. 2 catches for 55 yards on the season, 3 for 57. I like Berrones, don't you?
Yep, yeah, he's a good player.
Holding coming up. So it's holding against the offense. So 4th down. They'll do the play over, right? All right. Half the distance to the goal on that penalty. On sportsmanlike conduct, I think there's 2 penalties possibly.
Yeah, and the worst part of it, it stops the clock, and it doesn't make the Hawks use a timeout. And let me tell you what happened on that play. You got to see it. Berrones went up for the ball, didn't get it. Then the defender kind of starts talking to him, and Berrones gets up and says something. He says the magic word, and that drew a flag. That's what it took.
Isn't always the second person that gets penalized in those situations.
That's right. That's what happens.
They say that all the time on the NFL games.
It happens all the time. Hey.
So Garza going to be toward the back of his own end zone. Gets the ball off in his end zone. Let's see where this kick goes. Not going to be touched. We'll see where they mark it out of bounds. But considering the situations, I think he did about as best as he could.
Yeah, that came over up to the 45-yard line of the Hawks. Yeah, you give him you're punting from your end zone. Wow, that's an impressive punt.
So 2:17 remaining until halftime. 2 timeouts remaining for the home team, and they'll see what they can do. Right, 2 teams play here, right? Harlingen High School and Harlingen South.
Right. By the way, Harlingen High at the half is beating Weslaco East tonight.
Okay.
10-0 at Bobby Lackey Stadium.
So 1st down and 10, ball at the 45-yard line, and we'll see what happens here. Plenty of time to try to get something going. David Torres, the quarterback, is going to pitch it out, and the ball will go over midfield down to about the 49-yard line, and Marcos Gonzalez that time.
Yeah, right? Picking up on the little bit of a pitch there to Gonzalez and picking up about 5-6 yards. I think if I'm the Panther defense, I'm thinking a strip. I'm thinking making a play. I'm thinking a sack. I'm thinking some turnover. It's about time here that the Panthers get something going their way here on the defense.
2nd down and 6. Ball in Panther territory at the 49-yard line. Clock running, 1:44 remaining. Long pass by Torres. Downfield has a receiver open, but overthrows him. Pass incomplete.
Yeah, Carrion was out there. I mean, he had beat the defender, but that ball was really just, Torres really put mustard on it.
Yeah,
man.
He's got an arm.
Yeah, he threw that ball nice and deep, but he just overthrew him there.
So 1:38 remaining. Clock stops. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Again, ball in Weslaco territory at the 49-yard line. Moving toward the north end zone, away from the scoreboard. Harlingen South here in the 2nd quarter. Back in motion, and this time it is going to be a handoff up the middle, but it's going to be short of the 1st down.
So if you're Weslaco, do you call a timeout? I mean, you have 1:28.
Yeah, I would.
Do you think so? I mean,
I would, but again, they got the lead, so maybe they won't. Maybe they won't. And they get the ball first?
Well, yeah. As a matter of fact, they do it.
Yeah, so maybe they don't. But again, clock is running 1:16, and it's going to be 4th down and 2 after that play. Again, short gain. So, no, they're going to let the clock run.
They let the clock run. Yeah, maybe they're happy.
Yeah, I guess when I think about it, you asked me on the spot. When I give it a little thought, it'd be deep in their own end zone. So, I'm always into being aggressive, especially with this Weslaco offense. But sometimes you got to think about the matter and say, let's have a little patience. We're getting the ball back. Let's not risk something.
Well, I was with you on that one. I figured I would.
Somebody just stop the clock, though.
Yeah, exactly. I think they're running out of time here.
Right.
So somebody had to call timeout, and probably the offense.
Yeah.
And they have. So now you're Richie here.
The Hawks called timeout.
Right. So you coach Richie. You're the Hawks. You got a 4th down and 2, 4th and short. You've had pretty good success running the ball in short yardage with Marcos Gonzalez, your punishing fullback.
I know that's a tough call, but boy, if you give it back to Weslaco at midfield, and especially with the weapons they have, let's say Jacob Cavazos throwing a long pass, running again for a long touchdown like he did moments ago, 66 yards. I think you got to play it safe. And I don't coach, so I don't know.
Good thing I don't either. So we can second guess all we want.
We can second guess. I know I've heard of radio programs called the second guess show.
Right.
But 4th down and 2. And they're going to punt, it appears.
It looks like Leo Torres is out
And I don't know if there's a play where he throws the ball. I don't know what kind of athlete Leo is. I guess I should have asked Coach before the game. But I think he's going to really punt. And yes, he is. Rugby style, like most of them do, we see here. And the ball is going to go down. Is it down at the 1 yard line, or did he roll into the end zone?
Yeah, he rolled into the end zone.
Okay, so it's going to be 1st and 10. And
wait a minute.
No?
Wow.
Oh, no, if you put it at the 1,
At
you got to try to take a knee and get this thing out of here.
The other official comes from the opposite side. I wonder if he's telling him, hey, wait a minute. I think he went into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
And they're conferring. The officials are conferring. The official that marked it officially, the first mark, said, hey, it's at the 1. But I wonder if they're going to keep it there.
Well, that's dangerous territory. You don't want any kind of turnover.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to keep it there.
All right.
Wow. A nice kick there by the punter.
No, the kick was excellent. Got to give credit to their kicker. Again, Hawks in 32-6A, Weslaco Panthers 31-6A, non-district action. Next week, district action for the Panthers against Economides. So they'll try to push the ball forward, do get a yard or two. Probably Kanab. We're at the far end of the field here, so it's hard to see. Oh, it's quarterback keeper, so it's Jacob Cavazos.
Yeah, I really feel that's where they wanted to do.
Timeout.
Yeah, so the timeout by the Hawks, that's going to leave them 1. 33 seconds. So, I mean, in essence, they're going to try to stop the clock one more time.
Right.
Of course, the Panthers just trying to get out of their own end zone there.
By the way, looking at the Panthers' offense this season, they have rushed for 767 yards, passed for 413. They're over 1,000 yards as far as offense coming into this game, 1,080. As far as their defense, they've given up 624 rushing yards, 575 passing yards, about 1,200 total. So they're giving about 400 yards a game. I know that's a total they want to get down.
Right. Yeah, and especially as the district part of the season comes up, you want to be clicking in all cylinders and trying to do as well as you can, both on offense and defense.
So, 33 seconds remaining.
No, looking at the crowd, it has a good purple sea of people that traveled to Harlingen tonight.
Ball was at the 1 yard line. They got 1 on that last play. 2nd down and 9, and 32 seconds remaining. And again, trying to move that ball ahead, and they do. And it's going to be a long run. It is at the 50. It's at the 40, and now we are seeing the ball go into the end zone. Nice play that time. And was that Garza?
That's Garza.
So Garza, he just ran the ball, right?
Actually, Cavazos threw the ball from the end zone.
Okay, threw the ball from the end zone, all right.
And look at him. He is on the replay. We'll get it for a second. He throws it, just throws it up, and Cavazos just throws it up. And really, Garza's the one that takes off.
So it turns out to be a 98-yard touchdown pass.
Go figure. And the Hawks are really playing close. The Hawks were trying to stop them from getting 3-4 yards and use their timeout, and they gave up a touchdown. What a play by the Panthers.
What a play.
It backfired.
So Garza on a 98-yard pass reception. Ram Galvez puts the ball up, and it is good. We have 19 seconds remaining here in the first half, and now it is a 28-7 lead, and that was a fun play.
Boy, that's going to bring up everybody's average. I mean, I was just thinking about the 98 yards pass, and then you got a receiver going, and you got everybody. Wow, and really you see what that one, and you can see the strategy.
Yeah.
The strategy for the Hawks was, look, we got a timeout. We got about 20 seconds or so. 25 seconds. We stop him here, 3-4 yards, use a timeout. Let's get into 4th down, and we get the ball back. But then all of a sudden they draw you in. Cavazos holds the ball as long as he can, and all of a sudden you release Garza, the athlete, takes off, and man, touchdown. And it really that you see what happens in football. One play, it just changed things for.
Well, Cavazos' longest pass of the season prior to that was 62 yards. So has the 98-yard touchdown pass. And remember, he struggled last week. His completion percentage had dropped to 52%, but doing better than that tonight. All right, we see the kickoff. It comes down to about the 12-yard line. It's muffed, but picked up by the running back. And he is going to take it down to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Carrion dropped it.
Jacob.
He dropped it, but he picked it up quickly at around the 10, and then you can see his speed, really, as soon as he turns around and gets going. But better effort this time by the Panther special teams.
That was such a sweet play.
The Hogs were not expecting. Hey, none of us were expecting.
I watched that Tulane game last night against Houston, and we thought they were going to go to overtime and the guy was going to take the knee. Instead, ran for the first down. Then the next play throws a touchdown pass.
What a game, right?
That was exciting. I hope if you get to see at least the end of that game, try to see it. Again, it was in New Orleans last night, Tulane and Houston. Okay, we have a running play that is going to end the quarter, and the ball will go near midfield. It's going to be about a 14-yard gain, and that is going to be, I believe, Israel that time, right? He has the ball, Israel Vasquez, and there's 3 seconds. They're going to maybe can they get another play off?
Well, they're gonna have to.
No, they're not going to.
No, I doubt it.
Yeah.
I was going to say by the time they move the chains and set it up.
So the ball went to the 49-yard line, and again, that was it. And we see a lot of good things here. Jaden Cavazos had a 55-yard pass for a touchdown. Reception for a touchdown.
I'm thinking, if I'm watching this team and what they're doing, and we're getting ready for district, and this is the dress rehearsal.
Yeah.
I said, let's go. We're ready to go now. I mean, this is a fantastic first half of football for the Panthers. I wonder now. Do you? I mean, you're up 28 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
You know that you got a half of football left, and you start district play next week.
Yeah.
The question is, I guess we'll get an answer during the second half when it comes back. Do you play all your starters?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a question.
We'll
I guess
see.
we'll see.
Well, real quick, I believe 3 touchdown passes for Jacob Cavazos. I believe 2 to Jaden, right?
Right.
And then, of course, I had the long one to Rodney Garza, and in between, Cavazos runs for 66 yards.
Wow.
So he could be the district player of the week if they have such a thing. So here we are. We have reached halftime, and right now it is the Panthers leading the Hawks. The Weslaco Panthers 28, Harlingen South Hawks 7, and we are at Bogus Field in Harlingen. We appreciate everyone listening. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. And we'll take a break, and then we will be back after we enjoy the bands. We'll be back for the second half of action. This is a K-West production. And welcome back. We're getting ready for the second half. We're in Harlingen, Texas, J.L. Bogus Stadium. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. Friday Night Lights high school action. The Weslaco Panthers, the visiting team. Harlingen South Hawks, the home team. And at halftime, the visitors are leading 28-7. Jacob Cavazos, several touchdown passes. Also, went 66 yards for a touchdown down the far sideline. And, of course, last play just about of the first half, 98-yard touchdown pass in his own end zone. Scrambling around, it was at the 2-yard line, and it gets it to Rodney Garza. So some pretty plays in the first half. And, again, we're awaiting the second half. Non-district action, Panthers 2-1. So are the Hawks. And we see that Weslaco will get the ball in just a moment. Your impressions of the first half football, Fred?
Really impressive half of play, 28 points by the Panthers. I mean, that's exactly what you wanted to see in a half. If you were to kind of bottle that up and say, hey, that's exactly what we're going to take into next week, which district starts, would be great. My question is now to see how long the starters are going to play. Obviously, it's a non-district game. You've seen what you've seen. Practice is good always for the backups as well. We'll see. But another thing that impressed me is the fact how good you move around, my friend. It's just impressive you doing the House of Pain. I have more respect than when I first started. That's for sure. Well, I wish I had a video camera with me.
Like to jump around. I get excited.
That's right.
Panthers make me excited.
That's right.
Well, by the way, the Weslaco Panthers 2019 season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center. So we are going to see Leo Torres get ready to kick off for Harlingen. It's going to be toward the north end zone. And Weslaco Panthers, they will get the ball again here to begin the second half. Ball goes down at the 10-yard line, but it will be advanced about 4 yards to the 15-yard line, and that is going to be all. It looks like it was Jesse Hernandez on the rush.
Yeah, and that new returner's back there for the Panthers, so that might be giving us a little bit of what to expect here during the third quarter, the beginning of. Anyway, we'll see this offense kind of get going here again.
So ball at the 14-yard line, and remember, the main reason that we saw South score was because of a block punt.
Right.
They got the ball at the 7-yard line and then punched it in. So we have it 1st and 10. And again, we'll have to see if it's going to be a running half, passing half. Only time will tell. Jacob Cavazos still a quarterback, hands the ball off, and it's going to go up to about the 50-yard line. It's Peyton Knob on the first rush. Officially will mark the ball at the 14-yard line, actually the ball at the 20-yard line. And we are going to have second down and about 5.
Now, I was just thinking about what you said. I'll talk about it after this next play. Cavazos waits for the snap.
And he will hold it, fakes the handoff, going to pass it downfield. And looks like he gets it to his receiver. We'll have to see if it's incomplete. Okay,
right.
Got the ball for a second, but couldn't hold on.
You know, and you said it earlier, the only reason the Hawks have a score is because of that really high snap that Garza picked up, and he tried to kick and was blocked. If it wasn't for that, the defense has risen to the occasion tonight.
I think it was Jay Granados who was the intended receiver on that last
So
play.
they pitched a shutout. Mm-hmm. Wow.
So it's going to be 3rd and 4, ball on the 20-yard line. Again, Knob at a 6-yard run, then the incomplete pass. And Jacob Cavazos passing ahead this time, tries to get it to Rodney Garza, but it's broken up by the defense.
Yeah, this defense has figured we're not going to give Rodney Garza anymore. That's it. They had a couple of guys really focusing on him. They had Enrique Alvarado, the corner, who was there, and the linebacker Orlando Muniz was there as well. They were shattering everywhere he went. They've had enough of number 6 for sure tonight in white. That's Garza.
And
so
Muniz has been a receiver too for them.
Yep.
Of course, the history. All right, so we're going to have 4th down. Garza goes back to around his own, 8-yard line, and we'll get the punt off. And the ball is going to bounce around the 45. Gets a favorable bounce for Weslaco, and will be finally down at about the 36. Nice bounce of over 10 yards.
Right, so this defense again has been playing really lights out. Once again, they gave up a short touchdown on that blocked punt.
Right.
And so really, they've done a great job of limiting anything inside the 10 pretty much they've stopped.
Marcos Gonzalez on the rush for the touchdown.
Right.
All right, and I believe Jaden Cavazos has a couple touchdown receptions today.
Right.
So there's some of the summary of the scoring. Opening drive took less than a minute, only 57 seconds. And here's Harlingen South going to rush the ball. And they are going to get the ball up for good yardage, about 8 yards on that rush. And it's their main running back who carries the ball that time, Israel Vasquez.
Yeah, and he's been the workhorse, if you would, for this offense. He has been the one that has been kind of tasked to get this offense going. It's still yet to get really rolling.
Officially a 7-yard gain, 2nd down and 3 at the 43-yard line. Vasquez again, and looks like he is going to get about 4 yards for the first down.
Yeah, and it looks like they're comfortable with that. They've kind of stuck with that all game long so far. Right up the middle, maybe outside, maybe a little pitch or something, but nothing big. Just something basic, manageable that the defense is giving up.
Gabriel Gonzalez on the stop, but it is 1st down and 10. Ball at the 48-yard line, and it still is in Weslaco territory. Moving toward the north away from the scoreboard is Harlingen South in this quarter. Now a pass, and it's going to go down to about the 41-yard line in Weslaco territory. It's complete, and it looks like it's going to be a 1st down.
And we have a Brady Bennett sighting.
Yep.
I mean, he has been quiet. Maybe one time they got the ball to him in the first half. They got to get him more involved if they want to get going here.
Right. Last year he had 16 catches for 253 yards and a touchdown, and this time ball going to try to be rushed up the middle, but not much going at all on the inside handoff.
Yeah, this young man on the defense has had a game and a half. Elijah Estebanes.
Right.
He has been in the backfield. He has been a run stopper. He just did it again. Nice play there by him.
Israel Vasquez on the rush. No gain on the play, so it's going to be a 2nd down and 10. Ball marked at the 41-yard line in Weslaco territory. A little over 9 minutes remaining here in the 3rd quarter. This time a pitch to Vasquez, and he's going to have some running room, but it'll be a little bit short of the 1st down. Maybe give him about 6 or 7 on that carry.
It's a nice little pitch there to Vasquez, and they're happy now. I want to welcome back Adam Echevarria. He had been hurt at least the last couple of weeks, and he's back at that corner safety spot. He's one of these hybrid kids that can play linebacker, can play safety, can play corner. He's just athletic, tall, quick, and he was there, and we're glad to have him back on the team.
All right, got a little more yards than I thought. Actually going to mark the ball at the 31-yard line. So we needed 10 yards for the 1st down, got exactly that. Another set of downs. And this time, a little misdirection, and the ball is going to be carried inside the 25-yard line to the 24-yard line.
Again, looks like that's what they wanted in the beginning of the game. They wanted to establish that type of play. Nice play there by Gabriel Gonzalez coming up and making a tackle.
Vasquez on the carry. So we'll give him 7 on the play. 2nd down and 3. This time a pass, kind of a lateral over there on the left side. And the ball will go down to about the 17-yard line. So the ball was at the 24, and a few yards picked up on that play.
Big play man all night tonight for the Hawks has been Jacob Carrion, both on special teams now, big plays on the offensive side. Let's see if we get him the ball more.
Yeah.
Him and Brady are on the other side, on the right side.
Ball at the 17, so they call it a 1st down. This time rush around the right side, and this ball is going to go down to near the goal line. And again, Israel Vasquez on the carry.
Yeah, that's coming back. That was a horrible, I mean horrible. All the Panther fans saw that block in the back that happened right around the 15-yard line. That's to wait for the official word, but yeah, I think it was very clear. Still wait the official word here.
Okay, illegal block in the back, and that's going to be against Harlingen South. So that'll move the ball back, give a little more breathing room to the defense of the Panthers.
Yeah, those are the type of penalties that when they happen, I mean, you just kind of say, like, I wonder if anybody saw that. Yeah, everybody saw that. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to have 1st down. Ball is back around the 27-yard line. 1st down and 19 to be exact. And this time pass, and this is going to be overthrown. The receiver was nowhere near it, trying to rush down the far sideline, but even though he had good defense on him, he had no chance to get the ball.
Yeah, they went out there to Brady Bennett, and he was held. At least that's what it looked like to start off after the 5 yards. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So holding against the defense.
Single coverage up on top, Echevarria, number 11 for the Panthers, and really Brady had a nice step to take off, and really Echevarria kind of held on there. They have 2 receivers on that side and really 1 player. Let's see if we can get somebody over there. They do.
So it's still 1st down, and this time a little gain up the middle, and it's going to be Israel Vasquez, right?
That's Marcos Gonzalez.
Marcos Gonzalez this time, okay.
Yeah, it looks like they got the ball control offense out there now.
And now there's a whistle before the next snap. So it was going to be 2nd down and 6, but there is a timeout.
So here, Coach Stroman, good timeout. And I'll tell you why I kind of feel it is, because this offense has gotten into rhythm.
Right.
They've started running the ball. They kind of got going here. Kind of different players getting involved. The pass here, run for a couple of the guys. They get involved with Gonzalez, or they get Vasquez rolling the other way. So now Coach Stroman says, hey, wait a minute. Let's get these guys. This is what they decided to do at the half. They decided to kind of set it up. This is how we're going to attack it. At least it looks like Coach Ritchie made those changes at the half. Now Coach Stroman has to adjust, and he's probably what he's talking to his defense about.
Well, the ball's down to the 12-yard line after that last play, a 2nd down and 6. So again, we'll see if the defense is up to the task, trying to stop them. Getting good crowd out here for both teams.
And a single coverage on the right there in Chavarria and Bennett. See if they take advantage of that. No, not take it away.
All right. Torres, the quarterback, he's going to keep it, and he is going to get down to about the 6-yard line, gets about 6 yards on the play. David Torres.
And he's quick. He's really quick. You can see why he's the quarterback, and he's a special kid under center. He makes this offense go. He just, wow, one nice play.
All right. Going to be 1st and goal to go, and this time the ball is going to go over and brought in the end zone. I believe it is by Vasquez, but there's a penalty marker, right?
Yeah, looks like there's a penalty marker. Now checking the running back, looked like Marcos Gonzalez.
Okay,
yeah, looked like Gonzalez. They've been going to him quite a bit, but we'll see here. It looks like it's coming back. At least we're thinking it is.
See, those running backs have 23 and 33, so when they're at the far side of the field, it can be a little tough.
So it's against the Panthers, so they're going to decline that.
All right. So it was 1st and goal to go from the 6,
right,
and Gonzalez gets the touchdown.
Right.
6-yard run for Marcos Gonzalez. That's going to be his 2nd touchdown of the game.
So nice drive here, really put together by the Hawks. Just running a little pitch and catch here and there. Let's await the extra point for the Hawks, trying to make it a 2-score ball game.
Leo Torres goes for the extra point.
Yeah, it looked like it was blocked.
Yeah, it looked like it was blocked. So that would keep the score at 28-13 with 7:35 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
So the Hawks come out on to begin the 3rd quarter, stop the Panthers, get the ball, run it as well as they've done all night, and now we have a 28-13 ball game.
And last week, Harlingen South outscored McAllen in the 3rd quarter 14-7. As they won 44-14.
Right, it gives Coach Ritchie and the staff some time to put things together and kind of make those adjustments to make sure that team, and they've got a talented team, especially on offense. You see the skill players they have, from Gonzalez, to Vasquez, to number 11, Jacob Carrion. They have a bunch of good players that can do it. They just haven't really gotten into tune. A lot of it has to have been because of this defense that the Panthers is playing. They just kind of seem to kind of figured it out, at least running on them here, and the coaches are talking to the defense, see what they can do to figure this out.
I think one of the best friends right now for Weslaco would be a nice time-consuming drive, and of course they have the running ability to do that.
Right, and it looks like we had the question, what are they going to do as the kickoff comes?
Right. Leo Torres kicks it well into the end zone, so it's going to be a touchback.
I was thinking what is going to happen as far as the personnel, the players. Are they going to use them only the half? It looks like Coach Ritchie decided to just play his players.
Well, you got to, I think,
starters.
right now. Yeah, right now you got to.
And Coach Stroman looks like so far he's going to do the same.
Yeah. I mean, this game is not over yet.
Right.
So it is going to be 1st and 10, ball on the 25 for Weslaco. They'll be moving toward the south, toward the scoreboard. All these schools have such beautiful scoreboards, don't they? Now?
Yeah, they really put in time and effort into getting these things rolling. Yeah, congratulations to Harlingen. Man, they got a nice one.
Yeah, they've done really some, from what I've been told. This is my first time here, but I've heard they've done some nice remodeling of the stadium.
Yeah, definitely. You got to come visit Bogus Stadium in Harlingen. Nice place to watch a ball game.
All right. Before the ball is snapped, there is a whistle.
Now we're going to go on the old Wildcat. They had Hernandez back there as the quarterback.
So it was a false start. I know it's a penalty against the offense. 5-yard penalty. It's going to be 1st and 15. Ball back at the 20-yard line. And now with the rush, ball will get down to about the 22. Gets loose, but I think, was the play already down?
Yeah, it looks like Kanab out of the Wildcat was running, and he got hit and he fumbled.
Oh, boy.
And the Hawks pick it up, turnover number 1 for the Panthers.
Well, remember last week, the defense of Harlingen South forced 4 turnovers against the Bulldogs, and earlier there was the turnover on the block punt, right? And that resulted in a touchdown. That was the first touchdown of the night for Harlingen. Now they get the ball after the fumble. We haven't seen many fumbles this year, Byron.
No, not too many, but they get the ball in real good field position. Both times that the Hawks have gotten fortunate with good field position after bad plays by the Panthers.
So the ball is at about the 22-yard line in Weslaco territory following the turnover. And it's going to be a handoff, and not much doing that time. Vasquez has it, gets down to about the 20.
The Hawks are going to try to make this interesting. They're not going away. They're going to try to put this together. They might remember last year.
So it's going to be 2nd down and 8. Ball at the 20-yard line. Approaching the midway point of the 3rd quarter. Another handoff, and this one is going to go down to about the 11-yard line. Vasquez again up the middle for about 9.
And Israel Vasquez is really running hard now. I mean, he's really hitting those holes, and that offensive line is creating big gaps for him to run.
So they're going to give him about 7 on that play when his knee went down. So it'll be 3rd down and 1. And this time it looks like Vasquez again and should have the 1st down. Ball again was on the 13-yard line when it was snapped.
So here we go. This defense, this young defense for the Panthers, is about to get tested again, and this is exactly what you wanted to see. A good game, a game that kind of is going to test your defense, especially against the run. You're going to play teams. And next week at Coromidas, it likes to run quite a bit. So good practice here.
Ball at the 12-yard line. So he has the 1st down. Can't get another 1st down without a touchdown. Now a pass toward the end zone and a diving catch. Is it good? It looks like it's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown,
12-yard touchdown.
And we said they had to get him involved, and they finally did. Big number 88, Brady Bennett, was out there. We said you got to get him involved. He's a big-time player for this offense and for the Hawks. And finally they get him involved, and that's 6 points for the Hawks. Boy, they're getting closer here.
Well, a couple turnovers by Weslaco have been converted into touchdowns.
Yeah, you're right. I was thinking that they've been, the Panthers have been putting a lot of points, but also on defense they tend to give up some points as well. They did against Rowe, and they did against PSG North.
So a block punt results in a touchdown, and a fumble results in a touchdown. Well, Harlingen South converting those into touchdowns. Extra point is good. So with 6:15 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, it's now the Panthers leading the Hawks 28-20. So you're a touchdown, a 2-point conversion away from a tie game.
All right, so you need to start thinking, okay, enough with the turnover, guys, especially giving them deep into our own territory. No more of that. No more at the 20, no more at the 30, for goodness sakes. We're giving this offense some life, and really our defense is out there quite a bit.
Well, you and I talked about it last time after the block punt that resulted in the turnover. We talked about momentum changing, and wasn't that the time where Jacob Cavazos ran 66 yards for a touchdown?
Right.
So again, it didn't affect the offense. They came back out and did their job. So let's see if they can do it again.
Right, I'm thinking that's what you need. You need an answer by the Panthers, and then give the defense a chance to rest and give them a manageable position where they can play some defense. They've been against the wall, their backs against the wall in the last few plays.
Again, 6:15 remaining, 3rd quarter, non-district game. It is the Weslaco Panthers over the Harlingen South Hawks, 28-20. Panthers about to get the ball back. It'll be a touchback. So let's see what the Panthers will do. 1st and 10.
Impressive kick by Leo Torres all night tonight. He's been booming those. He's been putting them way into the end zone for touchback. He doesn't want nobody running back any of these punts, so the kicks anyway.
Ball to 25-yard line. Good crowd out here. enjoy everybody who supports high school football.
And a night of homecoming for South.
Yeah. Congratulations to the homecoming court tonight for the Hawks. And there'll be a running play to begin, and maybe the defense is motivated because that running play doesn't go anywhere for Peyton Knab, actually thrown for a loss.
Yeah, Aaron Vincent was there, one of the defensive ends for the Hawks. Man, he was taking none of that. He said, I've seen enough of number 15. And nice play by that young man. Once again, the big number 9 for the Hawks, Aaron Vincent.
Loss of 4 on the play, a second down and 14. Ball at the 21-yard line. Clock running, approaching 5:30 remaining here in the third quarter. And this time, looks like Jacob Cavazos will keep it, and he's going to get a few yards. We'll see where they actually mark it.
You kind of get a feeling when Jacob has the ball that he's kind of testing the water a little bit. You know, that he's kind of feeling where this defense is coming and what they're doing. And then he'll try to create something. It's going to be a big third down.
Only gave him 2 on the play, so it's 3rd down and 12. Ball at the 23-yard line in Weslaco territory. Big 3rd down coming up. You can feel the momentum switched right now to Harlingen South. If you're a Panthers fan, want to see the big play. One back in the backfield, slots on each side. Cavazos dropping back to pass, and he finds nobody open. He's going to run, and he is going to be knocked down short of the 30-yard line. He is going to be several yards short of the first down.
Yeah, and he had Jaden Cavazos open, but again, he had no time. He had enough time, but the play took a long time to develop. It was just a deep pattern going to Jaden, and he was open. Just Jacob couldn't get around the defensive. He was jumping defensive players and ducking others. So he had to get rid of the ball. Finally does, and tucks it and goes, but it's short of a first down.
Yeah, got about 5 on the rush, so it's going to be 4th down and 7. Ball around the 27-yard line. Rodney Garza going to be punting the ball. He's standing back around his own 18. Gets the ball off, and it's going to come down at the 42-yard line, and the ball's going to be returned into Weslaco territory down near the 42-yard line. So great field position for Harlingen South.
Yeah, Jeremiah had a nice catch and return. There's a flag on around midfield, so we'll wait for a minute. Yeah, it's about the 45 or so, and usually at this area you have usually a use in the back, or you have a hit or something like that. So we'll see what that is.
Again, Panthers could use a break right now.
Yeah, this defense could have used at least a couple of more minutes.
Yes.
There's a block in the back.
15-yard penalty, so that's a big one.
That's a big one. That's a big one when it's a personal foul like that. And that's you're right. This is exactly what the defense needed. Some field to defend, work with, not against their own end zone.
So Harlingen South back in their own territory now because of the penalty. They'll be at the 39-yard line where they begin 1st and 10. Just under 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Panthers over the Hawks by 8, 28-20. Couple backs in the backfield. It's going to be pitched and moving around the right side, getting the first down and a lot more. It looks like it's Gonzalez. Nice play. The ball was at the 39-yard line. We'll have to see where they mark it, but a good run.
Really, the defensive player was there, hit the quarterback, but the quarterback just had enough time to pitch to Gonzalez. And it's all he needed, just that pitch to get off. And it's a big run by Gonzalez.
Yeah, it looks like about a 25-yard run. So it's now in Panthers territory. 1st and 10, ball at the 36. And once again, a sweep over around the left side, and it's going to go down near the 25-yard line. Going to be a gain of about another 10.
And it's a two-headed monster, really, running game for the
Vasquez this time, right?
Vasquez there. So it's the Hernandez-Vasquez show, and sprinkled in a little bit of Bennett here. Got to watch him.
So ball down around the 25. And it's going to be another handoff. I believe this time it's Gonzalez. And he is going to get inside the 25-yard line. Gets a couple, so it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Big offensive line taking over for the Hawks here.
Ball on the 23. Another running play up the middle, and it's going to be short yardage. Looked like it may have been Gonzalez. 3rd down and 7, gain of just 1.
I don't even remember. I was just thinking about this. I don't even remember the last time Peyton Knab fumbled. I mean, it's been that long.
Clock running, under 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Again, 3rd down and 8. Ball at the 23-yard line of Weslaco. 3 wideouts on the left side, and now they'll try to hit one of them. One of them wide open in the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Can you see who it was, Fred?
Yeah, the wideout. That was the gentleman that we were talking about, John Adam Bustamante, who had been very quiet. As a matter of fact, that's his first throw to him.
Right.
And we had talked to Coach Ritchie, and he talked about the effect. Now, there's a flag? Is that right?
It'll be a 23-yard touchdown pass if it counts.
Right. Don't know exactly what the thing is.
And do you go for a 2-point conversion if it does count? There's another big question.
I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
This is where you pull out the old. Remember we told you we were going to get one for Coach Stroman, the old little book that tells you, different situations.
Well, if I were them, as successful in the momentum they have running the ball, I would probably go for 2.
Yeah, so I would agree with you on that. Momentum dictates the fact that you go for it. I mean, worst case scenario, you've got a touchdown on the. At least.
Yeah, and you've got the momentum, so even if you
miss it,
you still have to have confidence in your offense and your defense if you're Harlingen South.
And really, the third quarter has belonged to the Hawks. I mean, that's been the case.
So we'll have to see what the call is going to be. Officials conferring right now.
What is that a penalty? Did they get a penalty?
They're going to come over and talk to Coach Stroman.
So confusing. They wear yellow socks, and I'm thinking it's a flag.
Again, very critical time. And you got to believe, don't you, football Fred, it's so valuable to go into league play, district play with a win. Sideline interference on the offense. The score is good, but a 15-yard penalty. And that'll be assessed on the kickoff.
Right.
So sideline interference, touchdown is good, and a 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Right. So usually when you have a play like that, there's a couple of things. Somebody impeded the official from making a call. It could have been obviously a player. It could have been a coach. But, man, that's the second time this season we've seen that.
Yeah.
We saw that against Ed Couch, against the Yellow Jackets up at the Black Hole. And I just thought that was, wow, that's the second time I've seen that. Now, are they going to go for the 2-point? Let's see. Let's see if they go for the 2-point. They're setting up like they are.
Yeah.
I don't see their kicker out there. Look for Leo Torres. No, he's not out there.
No, they're gonna go for it.
All right, here we go.
All right. So let's see what happens. David Torres at quarterback. He is going to go around the right side. He's going to keep it, and he is going to jump into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
Well,
leap.
We wanted a football game, right?
Right. Well, we have one.
That's exactly what we have. Man, coming back, unanswered points, quite a bit put up by the Hawks.
So now it is a tie game. 28 all, 2:30 remaining here in the third quarter. And, make it or not make it, I do like the call by Coach Ritchie.
Right. I think so.
The 2-point.
Yeah, I would agree. You've got the momentum. You've owned the half, and you still got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third. So sure. I mean, unless Weslaco puts up a quick touchdown here, which I don't think would be the best thing. I think you need to give. I think you're right. Going back to what you said earlier, you've got to have this offense put a methodical, long run together and gets up at points, whether it be a field goal or a touchdown, but you got to get points. And then give enough time for this defense to kind of regroup. They've kind of been backpedaling here. They kind of been caught. Now they're going to get good field position, at least you think, unless they go onside here.
I like to see time of possession. I wish we had that stat.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, it would be one-sided, very, very much so.
For Harlingen South.
That's right, green jerseys all the way. You kidding me? That's what it would be. I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of worried about this onside kick here.
You think an onside kick?
No, but I mean, you're deep in your own territory, but hit it off somebody's face mask and you get the ball back.
So they'll be kicking off from the 25 because of the penalty. Leo Torres boots it, and it's going to go down back around the 5-yard line, bounces into the end zone.
He's got to kneel it, yeah.
He's got to kneel it, so it's going to be a touchback at the 25, and that's about the best thing that Harlingen South at least would want.
Yeah, and there goes your field position. We were talking at least try to get it at least at the 40, 35-yard line maybe you were hoping, but now you're going to start at your 20, so again, this is where the offense now, this high-powered offense that the Panthers have, needs to get in gear. I agree with you. I think they got to get rolling here and put a nice drive, maybe end the quarter here with some points.
Right from here, I'm going to College Station for the Auburn game.
Ooh, that should be
against
fun.
Texas A&M. And, you know, I thought, man, that's going to be one of the highlights of the weekend. But this may be the highlight as far as a game.
Yeah.
Even though those are 2 top 20 teams playing tomorrow.
That would be fun.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so Weslaco has the ball at the 25. And we see Jacob Cavazos with it. And he's going to move ahead for about 3 or 4.
And they've seen something there. This Jacob has done a good job of running outside and going everything, but they've now deliberately have been running him kind of like even a quarterback draw kind of.
Yeah.
Without setting up the draw, they've just been going at it right in the middle and picking up some yardage. I wonder if that's just by design or what they saw something.
2nd down and 7. Ball at the 28. This time handed off. And the ball will go up to the 35-yard line. Nice burst up the middle by Peyton Knopf.
And Knopf did the same thing.
Yeah.
They're going right behind the center. They found something there.
Got about 6 on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 1. Ball at the 34-yard line. Weslaco in their own territory. Moving toward the south end zone in this quarter, toward the scoreboard. Slot on the left side. And this time, not much doing. Maybe some confusion in the backfield.
Yeah, but
things went nowhere.
Yeah, that was a run blitz. They brought everybody. I mean, they had all the linebackers, safety come up and run. It was a run blitz. They knew it was a 3rd down and short, so they needed just a yard or 2. But now they sack him in the backfield. They need to lose about 3.
Yeah, Jacob Cavazos, wow, in the backfield sacked. 4th down and 4, as Football Fred said, loss of 3. So you got to bring Rodney Garza. And this is not time, I don't think, for any trickery. You bring him out here for the punt.
I think the Undertaker's going to show up somewhere.
I actually knew the late Paul Bearer.
Yeah, you told me about that, yeah.
Yeah, they have the Undertaker theme. This, of course, is some WWE talk.
Yeah.
Okay, the ball is going to be kicked off about the 22-yard line. And it's going to roll. And it's going to be down by Weslaco at about the 24-yard line. And we won't get too much into this right now, but I've always heard that Michael Cole, the WWE announcer, at least at one point lived in Weslaco.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know all these facts, but I have read about it in places and also have heard about sightings of him around the Rio Grande Valley.
Maybe some of the fans know. Maybe they can let us know next week.
And, you know, it's funny because, you know, he's always been involved in that wrestling in recent years. Actually, for CBS Radio back in the 90s, he covered the Clinton White House. Wow. Isn't that funny? Went from being a reporter
one extreme to the other.
From working for CBS News department, radio department, to covering the WWE.
We need the defense step up.
All right,
here.
1st and 10, ball at the 23-yard line for Harlingen South, and it's going to be handed ahead, and the running back spins ahead for a couple, and that's going to be all.
And Joshua Burkett. Now they got to be careful. Nice play by him. Now, last time they kind of lured him to sleep with this nice little run back and forth. You got to be careful with the release of Bennett. They have Carrion also out there. Got to be careful with that.
I believe it was Marcos Gonzalez on that play. It is going to be 2nd down and 9. Pitch over to the right side, and this will be for a 1st down, gain of about 8 or 9. Nice play that time again by Marcos Gonzalez, and that will bring us to the end of the quarter. So, okay, players down, so they're going to stop the clock with 2 seconds left here in the quarter, a player for Weslaco.
Now, on that pitch earlier, I saw a couple of things. The Panthers have figured out this pitch. They're just getting there just a second too late. I mean, if they're there just a second before, that quarterback pitches the ball into nowhere. You know, he's got a running back, he had Gonzalez out there, but if they get there just a little quicker, and we saw 2 linebackers come up, we saw Burkett come up, and we also had Castellanos come up. And they were there. They were in position to make it. It was just a nice executed play by the Hawks.
And that is going to be a 1st down and 10, ball at the 33. Again, Panther player down. We can't see the number yet.
Right.
And if you see it, Fred.
Yeah, it's a muggy night. You know, that kind of thing. It's number 1. That's Aaron Tamez.
Yeah, he made some good plays last week.
He's done good plays. And sometimes those cramps will get you. You know, it's a humid night.
He's hopping off.
Yeah, you're right. Usually that's a sign of you don't want to put too much pressure on it.
Not putting any pressure, I believe, on his left leg. So we'll see and give an update when we find out more. Going to take him over by the training table. So there'll be not another play gotten off. Horn sounds. We have completed 3 quarters of play here at Bogus Stadium in Harlingen, Texas. Along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. And the score right now is all knotted up at 28 between the Weslaco Panthers and the host Harlingen South Hawks. This is a K-West production.
Before Christine McCleary was a physical therapist, she was an honor student at Weslaco ISD, played sports, and was a cheerleader. She graduated from Ohio State University, then physical therapy school at Texas State University. Now she is Dr. Christine McCleary at Triumph Therapy and part of the clinical faculty at UTRGV School of Medicine. Weslaco ISD is home to some of the most prestigious graduates in the Rio Grande Valley. For Christine McCleary, WISD was the right choice.
Back once again from Harlingen, Texas, along with Football Fred, I'm Scott Harrison. And with the ball is Harlingen South to begin the 4th quarter, and a nice run. Going to get down to about the 45-yard line. Ball was at the 33. Enough for the first down, maybe pick up of 10 or 11.
Yeah, there's no secret what they're doing. I mean, we know
believe that was Gonzalez, right?
Yeah, it's been Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Usually the main runner now.
Right. So Marco gets the first down, picks up 12 on that play. Ball is going to be at the 40-yard line, 45-yard line, 1st and 10. We'll see how much time is picked up on this drive. Defense has been on the field a lot in the second half for Weslaco. And this time the gain is going to be short. A 2-yard gain that time. And again, Marcos Gonzalez. So it looks like he's the main running back right now.
And I'm kind of afraid to ask you really what happened in the 4th quarter of last week.
Oh,
okay, yeah. Because, you were spot on in what happened in the 3rd quarter against McAllen, against the Bulldogs.
Well, they outscored them 14-7, but 4th quarter they outscored them only 3-0. So the ball is pitched, actually thrown, I should say, thrown down toward the 45-yard line, incomplete.
Yeah, Jacob Carrion was out there. That ball was just a little too high for him. So bring up a 3rd down. This defense now really needs to make a play here. They got to give the ball back to Jacob and the rest of this offense. See if they can get us out of this tie.
3rd down and 8. Ball at the 47-yard line in Harlingen South territory. They're moving to the south toward the scoreboard. Again, 3rd down and 8, clock stop. 11:05 remaining in regulation. 28-all is the score. And it's going to be a pass by David Torres. Now he's going to keep it. He's going to run. Will he get the first down? Yes, that and more. And Torres, he's at the 30. He's at the 25, the 20. He's at the 10. Nobody's going to get him. He goes into the end zone, and it is a score. It is a 53-yard run for David Torres, but is there a flag?
Yeah, there was a flag, and there was a push in the back that's going to come back. It's going to negate this score. Right at midfield.
Pretty run, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. You got to give him A for effort.
Yeah. I mean, we're Weslaco fans, but we do appreciate good plays in football.
Right.
At least good efforts. Obviously, not a good play because there was a penalty, but good effort by Torres.
Yeah, Torres, that's exactly what we knew we were going to see with this young man tonight. And don't get me wrong, he's a player.
Yeah.
He does exactly what we saw tonight. Is what he's been able to do all season for him. And you go back even to last season. He's a player on this team who's going to make this kind of like what Jacob does for the Panthers. Nice play, but negated by a foul there.
Got to get to the 45-yard line of Weslaco for the first down. Penalty moves the ball back to the 40 of Harlingen South. So it's going to be 3rd down and 15.
You just kind of hope that this defense has just a little bit in it to them. You got to make a play. The defensive line has been awfully quiet since the first half. Let's see, make them make a play here.
Back in motion, wideouts on each side. Torres back to pass, throwing a long pass down the field, has his receiver open, but he overthrows Ryan Castillo.
Yeah, Ryan, again, one of the receivers. They have a lot of receivers they use, and he's a speedster. Likes to take off, and they just went at him deep. But he had beaten the coverage, but it was overthrown. And so he's going to bring up a 4th down. Good stop there by the defense.
And Thomas is sitting on the bench right now. Got his leg up on the bench, so we don't know the extent of his injury. Some sort of leg injury. Update on him. So it's going to be 4th down and 15. Punt coming up.
Got to watch a fake here.
Leo Torres won't fake this time, but good call. You never know football, Fred.
Yeah, I mean, my thought was when you do a rugby style, I think it lends itself to do that.
Yes.
If you see the lane and there's nobody there, take it.
And we just don't know what kind of athlete he is. We know when Jacob Cavazos and Rodney Garza are back there, we know a little more about Weslaco. They definitely are athletes. And we're not saying that Leo isn't. We just don't know enough about him.
Right.
So, because we don't see him play a regular position.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe he's out there somewhere and we haven't seen him. But anyhow, the main thing right now is Weslaco has the ball back at their own 48-yard line. They have good field position.
Yeah, this offense needs to get rolling. They need to put up points here quickly. Well, maybe not so quick, but at least they got to put up some points. They need something up there. Time is running down here.
All right. We have a slot on the right side. One back in the backfield with Cavazos. He's going to keep the ball, and he'll get down to close to midfield, picks up a yard or two.
Yeah, and they've been comfortable with that. They've been doing that already for the last few plays. They like to keep Cavazos in the middle. They like to run him out a little bit. Haven't seen a lot of Jesse Hernandez or Canab, which hopefully we'll get to see him here in a bit.
And actually, Jesse Hernandez is the one in the backfield right now.
Right.
With Cavazos.
Yeah.
Remember, he played a lot in the later stages the last couple weeks to give Canab some rest in the fourth quarter so he could come on strong for the finish. This time it's going to be a pass, and it's Barones. And Barones will be a little short of the first down, picks up 6 or 7 before he's brought down on the near side of the field.
I'll check you. I believe Barones was blocking on that play, but that was Granados.
Oh, Granados, I'm sorry. Yeah, Granados.
Yeah, he did. Barones did a fantastic
job.
job.
Blocking. Yeah, blocking is what I meant to say.
Yeah, he did fantastic on that. That was nice there.
I was watching him do the blocking, and then I just gave him the credit for the pass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so they're going to call it actually a first down. Enough yards for the first down. And it's 1st and 10. The ball is down around the 41-yard line. It is in Harlingen South territory. And this time they're going to give it to Hernandez. Let's see if he can break open. He does. He gets around the corner. He's down at the 20, 15, 10, and he's going to get the touchdown. 42-yard run for Jesse Hernandez. We talked about this young man last year having big runs. Had the 81-yard run last year. This time 42 yards for the touchdown. Huge for Weslaco. Maybe a momentum changer.
I would be saying we got to see more of this man, and it's the fourth quarter. This is Jesse Hernandez time. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I like this young man. Yeah. I was high on him last year.
Yeah, you saw the speed as soon as he hit the corner.
I'm a big Jesse Hernandez fan.
Wow.
I really do. He's an exciting young player, and I always wait to see what he's going to do. And
Yeah, interesting play there.
All right. So Ram Alves puts the extra point up, and it is good. 9:24 remaining in regulation here in the fourth quarter. Panthers regain the lead over the Hawks of Harlingen South. 35-28, a lot of big plays, a lot of explosive plays. We've seen Cavazos throw long passes, run 66 yards for a touchdown. See Hernandez run 42 yards for a touchdown. So, never say die with this team. They can explode instantly.
Right. After a quick timeout here by this defense, a quick breather, they're gonna go right back on there, and this is exactly what we're training for. This is exactly what we want. We're gonna play some teams come district that are gonna do exactly this type of thing. They're going to put up points with you. They're going to strike just like you do and kind of make it tough on you. The question is, if the offense responded, let's get the defense going. It's a young defense. They've been playing tough all night. They kind of got overwhelmed a little bit on the third quarter, but now it's the fourth quarter, and let's see what they can do here as soon as the Hawks get the ball back.
Hernandez's second touchdown of the season. We talked about earlier how his rush are always long. He has a good per carry rushing average, averaging over 10 yards a carry.
What a compliment.
Yeah,
I mean, to really, when they have each other, 1-2 punch, Canab and Hernandez.
Kickoff taken inside the 5-yard line, and it will be moved ahead. Gets down to about the 20. So.
Nice play by the defense, or in this case, the special teams. Again, they gave up a couple of big runs in the first half. They seem to have adjusted well to that. Let's see this defense go to work again.
The Weslaco Panthers 2019 season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center. So the ball's going to be marked at the 23-yard line, first down and 10. 9:18 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Very exciting game. Everybody getting their money's worth.
Yeah, that's for sure. I need to pop in a blood pressure pill here soon.
David Torres, the quarterback, going to hand it off. And the ball is going to go to about the 26-yard line. And it's Israel Vasquez on the carry once again. So we saw Gonzalez a lot on the last series. We'll have to see if Vasquez is the workhorse this time, and there's a timeout on the field.
Yeah, turnovers really by this defense would be probably the best thing they could try to work on here. Haven't picked up a lot of it, but let's see if they can try to adjust for that, because they haven't picked up a lot of these, but we'll hopefully get to see them work on that and get much better on it. Hey, by the way, I thought I would kind of fill you in as we kind of wait for a player kind of down. A couple of scores that are coming in from across the valley. Hey, look at this one. Hannah High, one of the Victor Campos. Man, have you seen that kid play quarterback?
I've heard of him.
My goodness. I haven't seen him. That kid could easily, I mean, he's just a wonderful talent for the Hannah Eagles. Going up against Sherryland tonight, they're tied late in the third quarter, 15-all. That sounds like a good game.
Yes.
Harlingen Cardinals are taking on the Wildcats. That's a final already. Looks like the Cardinals pulled off the win tonight, 20-7. The Cardinals beating the Wildcats tonight.
Weslaco East?
Weslaco East, right, 20-7.
All right, it is a Weslaco player. You can help me, Fred, as they bring him in.
Okay.
He's limping off the field. He's the far side right now.
Right. We're kind of putting the
looks like a
glasses.
lineman or something. Looks like a big player. We'll see
it looks like this young man has had a great game. If it's Elijah Esteban I'm trying to get his number. He's kind of coming off of it, but it looks like him.
Now, Tamaz already went off the field.
And Tamaz looks like he had a little bit of an ankle issue.
Yeah, both have been leg injuries.
Yeah, you kind of step on and you get stepped on, that kind of thing. But at least he's walking off, so that's good. Hopefully he gets better here real quick.
Getting assistance, but he is walking off.
It's Elijah Esteban.
So that is good news. Let's hope. Okay, 2nd down and 6. Ball at the 27-yard line in Harlingen South territory. And this time it's going to be a handoff, maybe a few yards, and that's going to be all.
A nice play there by Aaron Garcia, big number 54. Was able to kind of come in and make a nice play. You're going to need this defensive line to step up. They're missing a starter now on that side, so they're going to have to do Adrian Fuentes. Tank is out there. They've got another end that's out there. Lindsay Oliver's out there as well. These guys got to get going.
Okay, pick up a several on the play. 3rd down and 4. Marcos Gonzalez on the last carry. This time a pass play down to the far side of the field. And the ball looks like it's complete.
Wow. Nice throw and catch there, Brady Bennett.
Yeah, 11 yards.
Yeah, Brady Bennett is one of those guys, once again, and I'll tell you in a second here what he kind of reminds me of.
So 1st down and 10 at the 40-yard line. Handoff this time to Israel Vasquez, and he's going to get some running room. He's inside Weslaco territory, going to be down to around the 40-yard line, gets close to 20 yards on that rush, sweep around the far sideline.
Right, and another player is down, so we'll wait for a second. But, as I was thinking, if you watch pro football, Philadelphia Eagles have a tight end by the name of Zach Ertz. And that young man, if you've seen him play.
Oh, I have.
Yeah, he kind of has the same type of you would have player. He's a tight end, is a little bit bigger player, but can move like a wide receiver and is effective, and that's the type of player he is.
I cover the Saints. I saw him play twice last year, once in the playoffs.
Right.
When the Saints beat Philadelphia and New Orleans. All right, injury timeout. Of course, you got a big weekend. I'm going to be covering the game tomorrow in College Station. Going to be doing some updates for CBS Sports Radio. And then
I'm traveling.
Yeah, you're traveling too. You're going to Dallas,
right? I'm going to go fishing. I'm going to go fishing for some dolphins. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go do. Yeah, can't wait.
Is that a trap game?
You know what? I really do believe so.
Again, we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys and Miami Dolphins.
We were talking about this earlier. I told somebody, it very well could be. That's a linebacker, starting linebacker. It looks like. At this point, let's double check. I want to make sure his jersey is up on the double. Looks like Angel Castellanos from here. We'll see in a second.
And he's walking off on his own completely, so let's hope this is nothing.
Right. But that's 2 players now, 3 players.
3 players on defense.
3 players on defense. So, see how that affects the defense here.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Ball at the 38-yard line after the 22-yard run that is by Vasquez. 8:15, 4th quarter. Lead right now for Weslaco, and this time it's going to be Gonzalez, and he's going to get down near the 32-yard line, so another nice run before he goes out of bounds. Pick up about 6.
And you had him in the backfield, the defensive player. Let me tell you, that's number 43, Lindsay Oliver. Man, he had him out there. Tank was there as well. Let's see if they can make this happen.
Officially a 5-yard gain, 2nd down and 5. Another running play, and this one will be good for a first down and a lot more. It goes down to about the 20-yard line. Gonzalez again, so picks up 13 on that rush.
Again, the Panthers got to tackle. This play, you're trying to hit him. You're trying to hit him low or high, but you're just not wrapping up. You got to be able to knock him down and wrap him.
First and 10 ball at the 21-yard line. Officially a 12-yard gain. Gonzalez this time around the right side, tackled from behind. Didn't pick up much that one.
Right.
No gain.
No gain. Yeah, nothing there. And really, I mean, he's been a workhorse tonight.
Who's that?
That's Marcos Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Once again, man, he is getting a workout.
And was it
tonight.
Burkett that made the tackle? It looked like.
Yeah, he just climbed on him and brought him down.
Yeah.
Gonzalez steps out.
So clock running, approaching 7 minutes remaining. 35-28. Hawks trailing Weslaco. And this time up the middle, and the ball will go down to about the 15-yard line, and that is going to be a pickup of 6.
Yeah, good thing Tank was there. Tank held on to him. If not, he would have scored.
Was that Gonzalez?
Yeah, that was 23 again.
Oh,
that
23,
was,
so it's Vasquez. Yeah, they're saying
switching
them in
back and
and
forth.
out.
Yeah, switching back and forth.
Okay, so that was a pickup on that play of about 6 or 7, and now we have a whistle prior to the snap.
Yeah, it looks like somebody called a timeout.
Okay.
You know, at this point, both teams need a timeout.
Yeah.
They've been running back and forth like crazy and kind of put down, and it was South.
Yeah, Harlingen South.
Who used a timeout.
Now on the scoreboard, they say each team has 2 timeouts. We'll check in a second.
Yeah, so after that, I mean, they might have one remaining, especially after that. But yeah, this is exactly, again, a good game that you want to see. I mean, you don't want to see the injuries pile up, especially on defense.
Right.
But it looked like Castellanos was okay. He was ready to go back on the field, so that's good.
Now, again, we were talking about Dallas. Let's just one more comment on that. Do you think it's a trap game?
Yeah, I do. I think you got to be careful with a couple of things. Rosen. Just don't know. I mean,
he just got named as quarterback of the Dolphins.
Don't know,
Josh Rosen.
Yeah, you don't know exactly what he's got and what he's got. You know, I tell everybody this is a professional team. They might not be playing like it right now, but they are professionals and they're there for a reason. But yeah, you got to be careful. You got to go out there and take care of it early.
And he was with the Cardinals, right?
Right.
Got traded when
was
they
a good quarterback out of college, so we'll see him Sunday.
All right. So it's 3rd down and 3. Ball is now at the 14-yard line. And again, a rush up the middle. Looks like it could be close to the first down. And it's going to be Vasquez again. We'll have to see where they mark it. Yes, it's going to be 1st down and 10. Ball was on the 14 and gets advanced. And it's going to be, is it 1st and goal to go? No, I believe they got to the 11. So they got the 1st down. So they can get a 1st down if they get the ball down to the 1. So it's 1st and 10 at the 11. Looks like Vasquez again, and he'll get inside the 10 to about the 9. So it'll be 2nd down and about 8.
And again, it's not a secret of what they're doing or what they're planning to do. Duke Mattingly is pulling out there. Big number 55, Miguel Flores for the Hawks. Big 64, Chance Jennings is also on the other side. I mean, these guys are getting it done. The center, Miguel Flores, they're all working hard here to get this running game going.
Marked at the 10, 2nd and 9. This time a pass play into the end zone, and it's broken up. Is it intercepted?
Intercepted.
Yes, a big interception for Weslaco out there. And let's see, was it the quarterback?
Yeah, that was Elian Rodriguez. What a play by Elian Rodriguez. Now, Elian is out there playing really by himself on that wideout. It was just a bad pass by the quarterback. Let's be honest, that's what it was. That pass was underthrown, and it wasn't too high. And let me tell you, nice play by that young man, and he might have saved this game. Elian Rodriguez, you're going to be on the highlights, my friend.
Well, multiple turnovers last week for Harlingen South. Doing a lot better job this week, but like you said, a very critical one. So ball will be at the 20-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Weslaco. 5:46 remaining here in regulation. One back in the backfield. We got slots on each side following some motion. And this time it's going to go to Jay Granados, and he is going to get down to about the 25-yard line. So that pass play picks up 5, 2nd down and 5.
Right, and they're quick. They're out there. Devin Montemayor, the safety, comes up. He's a ball hawking safety. Not a very big kid, but he's quick. Comes up and makes a play from his safety spot. Nice play, but nice pickup as well by Granados.
So they'll actually mark it at the 26, call it 2nd down and 4. Have a slot on the far side. It is going to be a handoff this time. It's Peyton Knab, and Knab will get over the 30-yard line. Looks like he gets the 4 for the 1st down.
Yeah, but unfortunately, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, right around the area where the holding comes.
Okay.
But yeah, nice run there.
Yeah.
He had some space to clear and picked up the first down.
Yeah.
But yeah, that area right there is where the block
Yeah,
was. That
we see
sprung
the
him.
flag. Yeah. So we see the Panthers moving back.
Yep.
Holding.
Yeah.
So it's holding down the offense. Going to repeat second down.
All right, all right. So you redo, you kind of focus. You've got Tom on your side, which is good. You know, you've got 5:13 left to go, so you're not in a big hurry. You know, try to run the ball a little bit as much as you can. Long second down.
Second down and 12. Ball at the 23-yard line. Again, clock stopped. 5:13 remaining. Panthers over the Hawks, 35-28. And this time, Cavazos thinks about passing it, and he finds nobody open. Tried to get it off, but did he get it off before he was thrown out of bounds?
Yeah, and that's again. Here we go again. This offensive line is going to move us backwards again. It looks like he was running out of the pocket, and it looks like they might have held one of the defensive linemen again.
So we have another flag.
Right, we have a flag.
All right.
Right on the area of holding. And we'll see.
Going in the wrong direction if you're a Panthers fan.
Yeah, you know, but they look like they tackled him
Yeah.
out of bounds as well, so I'm not sure if they called the
Right.
penalty on that. We'll wait here for a second. Official word's coming. What are we doing?
Holding. Going to be against the offense.
I'll figure that.
Yeah.
Holding, number 15 of the offense.
So ball goes back. By the way, a beautiful night for football, and our prayers go out to everybody up in the Houston and Beaumont areas
Man,
that
yeah.
have suffered through the bad weather this week.
A lot of friends up there,
Yeah.
family that we know of, and we're just, you know, thinking of them and making sure that, you know, anything we can do to help. I know we had a lot of the people here in the valley reached out.
Well, like I told you, I lived through Hurricane Katrina. I've told you that in the past.
Right.
So I know all about hurricanes and how much they can devastate lives. Back to the game now, though. 3rd and 12. Ball on the 11-yard line. And we see not much going on there. Is it Cavazos with the ball? He didn't do much at all.
You ever seen 3 holding penalties in a row?
No, I don't think so.
We're about to.
On the stop.
I'm sorry I asked.
Holding,
Or answered.
number 55
There it
of the
is.
offense.
There it
Penalties
is.
decline. 4th down.
So penalties declined. So I guess it wasn't 3 in a row. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, that led to the 4th down. Now,
Well, they lost 7 yards on that play. So it's 4th and 19. Ball's back, I believe, at the 11-yard line. Got to get up to the 30.
now you're going to give the Hawks good field position here after
Yeah.
this punt.
Okay. Here comes the punt. And let's see where it bounces. If it takes a roll.
They had nobody
Oh,
back
nobody
there.
back there. That's surprising. And that ball's going to roll inside the 20. So, you know, they always use that stat. How many kicks can you put inside the 20?
Right.
Well, that just happened down to about the 16. What, he punted near his end zone, right?
Jeremiah
And he-
Rivera, Jeremiah
Rodney
Rivera-
Garza, right?
Yeah, Rodney Garza hit it. Jeremiah Rivera let it go.
Yeah.
And man, that's a little bit of a mistake. That ball goes up to the 15-yard line.
That could be a very critical play in this game. I mean, that's one of the things you might forget about later.
Right.
But if you're a coach and you see that,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there.
And you try to stop the ball from advancing because that had a nice bounce to it.
Yeah,
And
real nice.
Yeah.
That ball's back at the 15-yard line.
All right, so the defense has had a change in here. The defense had a little bit of time to kind of put things together. Castellanos is back out there, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good. I think I see Jimenez back on the bench. I think he's going to be out the rest of the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, first down and a big run. And that ball is going to get down about the 33-yard line from the 16, gain of 16 or 17. But did the ball come loose?
No, they're calling it down.
Okay.
Yeah, it looked like he was down.
Which one? Who had it over there? Did you see?
Yeah, that was 23 again.
Okay. All right. Vasquez. So big gain. Ball to 33. Pick up about 16 or 17 on that play. First down and 10. Clock running. 4:20 remaining. Vasquez again has it, and he's going to get down to about the 35-yard line. Give him just a couple on that play.
Right.
Second down and 8.
Right, and so you've got the clock again working with you if you're the Panther defense, but you got to make some plays. You got to make some plays. There are a couple of men down. Let's look what it looks like.
I think Gabriel Gonzalez on the stop.
I think Estevanes hasn't made it back out there, and so has number 1 either. He has
No, I don't think one's going to be back.
Yeah.
I'm going to see him. He's got his leg popped up on the bench. All right, second down and 8. This time, pass over on the left side off the fingertips of the intended receiver. Incomplete. and it was Jacob Carreon.
Now, Coach Stroman is upset, and he should be. There's a couple of things that happened. One, it looked like it was a face mask, at least pulled the face mask, or if anything else, a hold. And Coach Stroman is really upset. You know, he's telling them, hey, you got to watch out for this. You called 3 on us earlier. Why not just give me one, you know?
So 3rd down and 8, ball at the 35-yard line. Harlingen South in their own territory. 3:42 remaining. Here are the fans from Weslaco. They're right beneath us, and they're yelling defense. Let's see if they get their wish. Torres with the ball, and he's going to get the 1st down and more. He'll get up to about the 47-yard line, and that was a pickup of about 12 on 3rd down.
Yeah, but that's going to come back.
Okay.
It might be a personal foul.
That's twice that Torres had very significant runs called back. One was for a touchdown.
Yeah, and that could be it exactly. That might be just too rough, really, just extracurricular activities from the offensive line. We'll see if they call that. Saw it from up here. See what
Personal foul.
What?
It's on the defense. Personal foul on the defense.
Really?
At the end of the run.
That's amazing.
So I think we gave him, about 10, 12 yards.
Yeah, because
then it's going to be tacked on the penalty.
The offensive tackle is the one that came up and pushed the defensive player after the play was over. Hey.
Well, it's going to be 1st and 10. Harlingen South in Weslaco territory, down at the 38-yard line. 3:28 remaining. This time Israel Vasquez is going to go and sweep her on the right side, and he's going to get some yardage. He may go all the way, and he does. Sweeps the right side, 38 yards for a touchdown. We could have a tie game if the extra point is good.
Now, a lot of good blocks and really missed tackles on the outside. The defense had a chance to do it, but the offensive line went out there, and they made some nice blocks, but really nice vision and running by Israel Vasquez, the playmaker for tonight for this Hawk offense. Now looks like they're going to attempt the extra point.
Yeah, you got to go for the 1-point conversion.
You notice now you got 3 minutes here. You got plenty of time if you're the Panthers. You just got to see if they can try to block this or put some pressure on the kicker.
Both teams have 2 timeouts. Leo Torres took the extra point, but there's a flag.
That should be on the offense. The offense moved, so that should back him up a little bit. No? I've been wrong before.
Ball start on the offense.
Yeah, usually. Yeah, usually. The defense can move anywhere they want to, back and forth, as long as they jump back before the ball is snapped. All right.
5-yard penalty. That could kick 5 yards longer.
Yeah, this might make it interesting.
Extra point attempt will come from the 15-yard line, making it a 25-yard try. Here comes the snap. Ball is down, kicks it up, and it is good. So tie game, knotted up at 35 all.
Right.
And again, 3:18 remaining here in regulation. And is this going to be one of the games where whichever team has the ball last wins?
Yeah, it could, we say that. We've used it a couple of times already, but yeah, this looks like that's what it's shaping up to be. Really, the Panther defense, it's going to be interesting to talk to Coach after it's all said and done. Hey, Coach played well. I mean, the defense played well, but what happened in the 3rd quarter? What was the issue? See what happened. But this offense has always risen to the occasion, and we expect that to be the case again in just a second here.
The Weslaco Panthers 2019 season is sponsored by Knapp Medical Center.
Yep.
All right. Again, a lot of fans here from Weslaco. You see all the purple shirts showing support for their team. Back next week, district play begins against Economides. If you can't make the game at Bobby Lackey Stadium, join us. Football Fred and myself, Scott Harrison. Everything gets underway 7:30 next Friday. And then after that, we see a few defensive injuries. Hope they're not serious, but Weslaco does have a week off after that.
Right. So, and that might come in just in time to get everybody ship shape here.
And then I think it's Vela on a Thursday night after that.
Yeah, and this should be an interesting schedule here.
Schedule getting interesting. All right, ball kicked off. And this time there is going to be a chance for Weslaco to return it. And the ball is going to go past the 20 And finally, the back is taken out. It's Jesse Hernandez around the 26, 27-yard line. And there's going to be a late hit. A late hit going to be called against Harlingen South. Big play.
That's going to help this offense. A nice return by Hernandez up to about the 27-yard line. And he's going to get another 15 to that.
Yeah. Late hit out of bounds. Going to give nice field position. So called personal foul officially. All right. Run, pass. You want to come out fast with a pass?
You know what? It's 3:09 left. The last thing you want to do is give more time to the Hawks. I would, I go back to what you said earlier in the ball game. This would be a good time to put a nice drive together and get a couple of runs in there. Wear the clock down. The Hawks have 2 minutes, so try to kind of focus on that and try to put it together and then get a score here.
All right. So 1st and 10, ball at the 43-yard line. And we see a pass, and it's complete. And I believe, is that Cavazo?
Yeah, that's Jaden Cavazos there.
Yeah, so he gets it to the 50, pickup of 7, 2nd down and 3.
That's his favorite play, I believe so, because he's very successful when he does that. Comes up from his slant position, does a slant either in or out, and just comes back for the ball. And he's usually playing the slot wherever the ball is thrown to that side. So nice play there by Cavazos.
Officially moved the ball to the 49, and it's going to be 2nd down and 4. Last reception good for 6 yards. This time it's going to be a running play for Kanab. Kanab will fall ahead to about the 50, so he might still be about 2 or 3 yards short.
Right, he picks up a yard maybe on that run. They've been going wide. They've kind of abandoned what they were doing earlier. You recall, both Cavazos and Kanab were kind of going right up the middle there. They were gashing it for 5-6 yards. See if they go back to that.
Okay, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3. Ball at midfield, pickup of a couple. And this time it is going to be Cavazos, and he's going to get the 1st down, and he is going to get down to about the 34-yard line. So on that play, picks up about 16. And we don't know exactly what Ram Galvez's field goal range is exactly. I'd say about 40 yards, but he's hit a couple this year, I think, of 36 and 38.
Well, for sure, I would not let him try it until we had no time on the clock.
No, of course. But we're just looking ahead to see, what possibilities we would have. But I agree with you, football.
Gotcha.
All right, 1st down and 10, ball at the 34-yard line. We have a slot on the right side. This time, it's going to be handed off to Kanab again, and he's going to get nice running room. He bulls ahead for almost a 1st down. We'll have to see where they mark it.
Yeah, he introduced himself to Jeremiah Rivera, the safety. And then he ran over him. Remember, he said hello. That's pretty much the way that went.
Weslaco calls a timeout. Looked like they picked up about 8 on the play. So 1:29 remains here in regulation. And the ball's down about the 26-yard line. And again, we'll call it 2nd down and 2.
Right, so he had 2 timeouts. You use one here, which is, again, a good timeout by Coach Stroman. What that'll do is he'll kind of give everybody a little bit of water, kind of pat everybody in the back and say, okay, guys, let's put this together. We're at the 26-yard line. If anything else, we can run the ball and run the clock and then give them a chance, give our field goal kicker a chance, which, you know what, I'm comfortable doing that. We've seen him do nice field goals. I would say between 40 and 30 yards would be his limit.
Yeah, I wouldn't go over 40.
Right.
But I would be not confident, but I would at least give them an opportunity.
Right, so if we're going by that, they got to get, they're about 10 yards short.
35, I'd feel pretty good.
Yeah.
So we'll see. All right, again, 2nd down and 2. Back in the backfield, Kanab, slot on the right side, in motion. And now it's going to be Cavazos. He'll go off left tackle, and he's going to get over the 20-yard line, and that's going to be enough for the 1st down. Gets about 6 or 7.
And again, all that does is run the clock down and keep the momentum going on the Panther side. And once again, you've got to start thinking already. Okay, let's keep running the clock unless they use their timeouts, which I don't think they are. They're going to let this clock run down as much as possible because they might need it if they get a stop.
Panthers have 1 timeout remaining. Clock stopped right now. 1:23 remaining here in the 4th quarter. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, and the game is all knotted up between the Hawks and Panthers at 35.
I like a tight-end release by Berrones right up the middle. That's what I would like to see right now.
All right, Coach Fred.
Let's see. That's just me. I'm not saying it'll work.
Oh, no.
I would like to see it.
Okay.
Let's see.
Again, the slot on the right side. Kanab in the backfield with Cavazos. He'll Rush around the right side. He's going to keep the ball, and he won't get much. Gets inside the 20, but not much more. But it gets the clock stopped.
Right. So that'll kind of bring the offense back, and it looks like they're confident and they're happy having Cavazos run the ball. He hasn't attempted a pass yet, but I think that's dangerous because he's learning that defense into coming up a little bit more to try to stop that run, and that's what I believe you'll have either Berrones or Garza open.
No gain on the play. It is 2nd down and 10. 1:11 remaining in regulation. And this time it's going to be Canabra on the left side. He stutter steps, gets inside the 20, maybe gets down to about the 17, so picks up a few on that play.
Yeah, nice play, but not getting out of bounds. That's a smart play because the clock is running under 55 seconds now. And again, this is exactly what you wanted to do. This is the way you want to set up. Give yourself a chance, at least for a field goal.
Mark the ball at the 16-yard line. Officially a gain of 4, so it's going to be a 3rd down and 6. Have to get to the 10-yard line for a 1st down. Under 40 seconds remaining in regulation. Again, slot right side. Kanab in the backfield. This time throws to the left side. Looks like a complete pass, and the back will be down. The receiver will be down around the 11-yard line.
Dangerous play, let me tell you. I saw that ball leave his hand, and I saw 2 defenders, 2 green jerseys out there. I said, uh-oh.
Did you see who got it?
Yeah, that was Granados on the outside.
So.
Yeah.
So Jay Granados gets it. 15 seconds remaining. And again, we're in 4th down and 1. Are they going to run the clock? Yeah, they're going to run it down. Okay, so the ball is at the 11-yard line, and they're going to run it down to 3 seconds when they call the timeout, final timeout. You're going to get the kick where? About the 20?
Yeah.
So it'll be about a 30-yarder?
Yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, the ball is at
it's
the
11.
20.
Isn't it the 11?
Let me see here. Let me double check.
No, it's at the 11.
It's at the 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just saying where they'll kick it from.
Right.
About the 20.
More or less. That's
Yeah.
what I'm
And
thinking.
remember, Rams got field goals of over 30, a couple of them.
Right.
So, again, this could be a big finish for the Weslaco fans.
So this would be a nice kick well under the range, or well in the range.
Yeah, no, it's be a 30-yarder. Yeah.
Right.
I think we've seen him kick 36, 38-yarders.
So,
Memory serves me correct.
so the Hawks have 2 timeouts.
Are they going to ice the kicker?
That's what I'm thinking. That's what at least give him an opportunity to think about it. I don't think he does. I don't think it matters to him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters to Ram. I think Ram's ready to go
Okay,
now.
he's going to kick it from about the 18, so it's going to be a 28-yarder. And who's holding over there?
That looks like Garza. Rodney Garza.
Okay, Rodney Garza is going to be holding. And again, it's going to be a 28-yard attempt, 3 seconds remaining. You know the timeout's coming.
Yeah, there's the ice.
The ice, baby. Right?
That's right. That's coming. You know that was coming. They got to make Ram think about it.
Okay.
Ram gets seen. Ram has done a good job really over the past few weeks of handling the kicking duties, and so we expected to do it. And you know what? This was good by Coach Stroman and the rest of the Panther staff to bring it down this far, give yourself 3 seconds to win the ball game, whether you win it or not. If you don't, you go into overtime, but at least you give yourself a chance. That's what you want, an opportunity.
And it's funny because they're playing over the PA system, Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, appropriate, obviously. Yeah.
So if you're a fan of 90s music, you know what we're talking about, pop music.
So this has been a fun game here, Scott.
Yo, great game.
This has been
Great
a fun
game.
Yeah.
This would be a K-West Classic if they win.
Right.
We're talking about Weslaco. Okay. No timeouts remaining for Weslaco. Again, Galvez puts the ball down, puts it up, and it is
no good.
No good.
No good. We pushed it to the left. So we're going into a little bit of overtime, I think.
Free football. I know you say free baseball.
Free football. We want some more. Give us some more.
I have no complaint with the play.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
You give yourself an opportunity at the end, and you had a chance to win it. It was not to win or lose. It was to top. It was just to kind of win it. And if you didn't make it, you just kind of go in overtime.
As you see it, talk about the overtime rules for high school ball.
Well, basically, in overtime, you get the opportunity now. The ball, you'll get an opportunity. Both teams will get an opportunity here.
All right.
Really, they start usually between the 20 or 25-yard line, and they get possessions each.
Is it similar to college?
Similar to college. They're kind of what they base it on. So we'll see how that goes. This should have another coin toss here in a second. and see how this goes. But yeah, they get an opportunity. Obviously, you want the ball first to score first. But the way this both defenses have been playing, I don't know if we're going to be out of here by 11 o'clock maybe or so.
Hasn't the game over Bobby Lackey been over for about a half hour?
That's right. We're over, if you recall.
Maybe some of the fans are coming up to watch.
That's right. Well, the Harlingen Cardinal fans that they're left over there are probably coming over. If you recall the McAllen Row game, the first game of the season, the non-district schedule, that took us till about 10:40.
Yeah.
We did not finish the game until about 10:40. We might be on our way to kind of match that at least. As both coaches, both Richie and Stroman, are at the midfield H. What are we going to do? Well, what are they doing here?
All discussing this.
Yeah, they're all pointing to the north.
Any scores to give right now?
Sure. I'll give you some finals.
Yeah, why don't you?
By the way, we already said that Harlingen High beat Weslaco East 20-7 tonight. That was a game that kind of.
Okay, somebody won the toss and looked to go on defense.
Okay, all right. So it looks like by the players that are going out for the Hawks, it looks like they're going to play defense first.
So the Hawks, I think, won the toss.
Yeah, they're playing defense.
And they elected to play defense at the north end of the field,
Right.
which is the side away from the scoreboard.
So they're going to start at the 25, and they'll get a shot at it. They can score a touchdown or a field goal. Doesn't matter. You got to score something, because then Harlingen South will get a chance at it at the 25-yard line. And depends on what happens. They have to match either the score or beat it to tie either or win. So it depends on how it goes. But another score that
any more?
Yeah, that we've been kind of keeping a close eye on is that Mission, the Sherryland game, and Hannah beat Sherryland tonight 22-17. That was a nice game. Pioneer all over Rivera from Brownsville 50-21. Wow, man, talk about a score there. But yeah, this comes down to interesting. We had the last time we checked, Edinburgh High lost to Mercedes. Mercedes beat Edinburgh High tonight 17-10. All
right, back to pass. Cavazos, and he's going to be sacked back around the 28-yard line. Lost a few yards on that play.
That might be the first actual sack, at least maybe first or second sack of the game. We haven't seen Cavazos truly be sacked. We've seen him get stuffed for no yards on a running play, but here he was passing.
I think I heard maybe the PA announcer say Sebastian Pena, number 6, was in that.
Right, they were in there.
All right, so it's going to be a loss of 3, second down and 13. Ball at the 23-yard line. Let's double check that. It's actually at the 28-yard line. We have trips on the right side.
It's Garza at quarterback.
Yeah, Garza at quarterback.
So Cavazos.
He's going to try to find Cavazos, but boy, he's feeling the pressure. And he is going to be sacked for a huge loss back to the 36-yard line. He was at about the 28. Now he's back to the 36, so that's a loss of about another 8.
Yeah, he wanted it all. He wanted to go deep on that one, and no.
Now we got an injured player.
Yeah,
another what's been?
Looks like Garza came down.
He's in a lot of pain.
Right,
They're holding the leg.
They were trying to go for everything. They had Cavazos, the quarterback, lined up to the left, and he had obviously double coverage out there. He had nobody to throw the ball to. So really, Garza had no choice but to tuck it and run around in the backfield and try to make a play. And that's when a defensive lineman for the Hawks came from behind and brought down Garza kind of awkwardly a little bit.
Yeah, he was in a lot of pain when he went down. And the significance of this is many things. Obviously, he's a wide receiver, talented, backup quarterback, and then you got the fact that he's the punter.
Right. So there's a lot of things. Hopefully he's just kind of got stepped on. Sometimes you just kind of fall uneasy. Sometimes there's a lot of things that can happen when you get tackled by these massive defensive linemen, You hope that it's just, just something that bruised up on you, or just a nice step, that you took a misstep. It's just a lot of different things, but we're hoping he's okay. And it looks to be okay. Rodney, we're hoping he's all right. And he's coming off and kind of stepping up gingerly. But
he's coming off gingerly. He's being helped off, but again, you don't know, the extent we don't try to make any predictions.
Right.
We just hope the young man's okay. All right, so it's going to be 3rd down and 22 now. Ball at the 27-yard line. So let's see if we can find a big play coming up for Weslaco. Jake Cavazos back at quarterback. Guards are being helped to the bench where they'll check him out. Trips on the near side. Now one in motion. So we've got a slot on each side. And back to pass. Cavazos looking for someone open. He's going to heave it down toward the end zone, and it is caught. It's caught in the end zone.
Yeah,
Jaden Cavazos, 37-yard reception for a touchdown. 37 yards. Isn't that about his 3rd touchdown tonight?
Right, and they were playing zone on this play, but you know what happened is Jaden was again playing zone. He outran the zone. Simply, he just beat his man. Yeah, he just beat his man out there, and boy, what a dime, man! Right on the breadbasket of Cavazos. Cavazos to Cavazos connection. It's a hot one tonight.
Well, extra point coming up. 41-35, Panthers lead. First offensive series of overtime. Again, as you heard Football Fred say, the home team will get a chance. Extra point attempt is up, and I don't think it's good.
Oh, this might be crucial. Wait a minute.
Let's see.
Yeah, wait a minute. There's a flag. Yeah, let's hope.
All right.
Let's hope somebody jumped off sides at this point, because that point might come back to haunt you. Let's see here.
Still waiting the call.
There you go. Offsides. You like that?
Offsides on the defense.
Yeah, you want to do that again. Yeah, you want to redo.
Yep.
Now they changed holders. They had
Garza couldn't be in there. Who's the holder?
So Jacob Cavazos was in there on that play, and he had trouble holding it.
So who's in there now?
So now is Jaden Cavazos there.
Okay, so Garza's the holder. I forgot to mention that too.
Yeah, Jaden's there.
Yeah, so now Jacob tries the first time. Now Jaden holds it, and it's up, and it's no good again.
Wow. It just went to the left, and yeah, again, here we go. The defense now has to hold them to at least either a field goal to win or a touchdown, but obviously block the extra point. If not, if they make a touchdown and an extra point, the game's over.
Yeah.
So, man.
So they got to go for the touchdown.
Yeah, they've got to go.
So there's going to be no more field goals, at least at this time.
Right. They got to go for it.
Yeah.
Now
if they score and miss the extra point, we're in a whole different scenario.
Right. So now the question is, you can't come out and do it. They haven't. I mean, let's be honest. Weslaco in the second half has had trouble holding the run. Let's see if they kind of go back to that.
Looks like they're stretching out Garza's leg, by the way, on the sidelines. Okay. Daniel Torres at quarterback. Going to give it to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez is going to go nowhere, maybe thrown for a yard loss.
Right.
Gang tackling on defense.
Now, that's what you want to see. Your defense out there being aggressive. Now, we know they're missing a couple of guys out to injury, at least during this game, but these young men, and this young defense keeps getting younger, But let's see what they do here. It's going to bring up an important second down.
Yes.
Yeah, they lost a yard.
Yep. Second down and 11. Ball around the 26-yard line. Again, you stop them on downs. Game over. Victory for Weslaco. Defense needs to shine now. All right, ball handed off. Looks like it's to Gonzalez, and he is going to get down for a first down. And he is down, let's see where, about the 15? Yeah, 15-yard line. So that should be enough. The 11 yards needed for a first down. New series of downs for Harlingen South, and there's timeout on the field.
And they pull their both guards and tackles as well. Tackle and guard pull out. Their center, everybody's coming out. When they run power to that side, whether it be left, whether it be right, and they put 2 or 3 guys out there blocking. Already a tough runner that he is, big 33 Marcos Gonzalez, and they just pick up a bunch of yards going down that route.
And you know who's the most valuable player, at least in my mind tonight? The poor guy that's been doing this all by himself, making sure we're on the air, Val Zamora. He's been our videographer tonight. Most of the crew back at Bobby Lackey tonight from K-Wis.
Oh, they're having dinner
production.
now,
They're all having dinner now. So he's the MVP tonight, regardless of what happens, our videographer. We appreciate Val setting everything up for us tonight and getting these great pictures. So it's going to be first down and 10, ball at the 13-yard line, rush toward the right side, and it's going to be Gonzalez tackled from behind. nice tackle on that play. Did you see that one? Did enjoy that.
Yeah.
And that was Joshua Burkett.
Yeah, Joshua Burkett had to make that tackle. If he doesn't, let me tell you, they can go right around the edge there and pick up some more yardage. So nice play by Josh Burkett.
No gain. Second down and 10. Ball still on the 13-yard line. Again, clock not a factor since we are in overtime. Got to get a touchdown if you're Harlingen South on the next 2 plays or a Panthers victory.
Right.
Simple as that.
That's it. Watch 33.
Torres at quarterback, and he will give it off to 33. And this time, Gonzalez is going to get down to around the 5-yard line. And if he's at the 4, that still is short of a first down.
Right.
If they mark it at the 4.
Be third down and short.
Right.
It'll be 3rd down and 2.
They call it 3rd down and 2 right now. So they mark the ball at the 5. And the snap is coming down. But this time it's going to be Gonzalez ahead. And it looks like he's close to the first down.
Right, he is. He picked that up. It looks like from here he did. So that's going to give him a new set of downs. And so they're going to try to, they're going for the touchdown here. And then they need to get that extra point or 2-point conversion.
So first down and goal to go. Ball has to be around the 3-yard line.
And there we go.
All right. Torres at quarterback. Hands it off. It's Gonzalez. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. Big play. But it's down at the 1, so it is 2nd and goal to go at the 1-yard line.
I mean, he got stood up there,
Yeah.
and Gonzalez got a monster hit to him, and he's out there now. Earlier in the play, number 23 that has been another alternating running backs, Israel Vasquez left,
Yeah.
but he's back now. But
right.
now they're checking on 33. Man, he got nailed, really.
Yeah. That was a hard hit. Clean hit, but hard.
Right, right.
So, 2 more plays on defense for Weslaco. If they can stop them from getting in, it's going to be a victory. Character time. Play going to be getting off here in just a second. PA announcer says it's at the 1.5-yard line. Getting ready to line up. One back in the backfield. That's Vasquez, right?
Yeah, that's Vasquez, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's the one.
You would think he's the one going to get the ball.
Yeah,
Unless-
you were thinking, and they're
Yeah.
more than likely they're going to go wide, either left, and the coaches
tight
are
formation.
agreeing, yeah.
Tight formation.
The-
One wide out.
The coaches are saying they're going to go wide. They're going to go wide, and let's see if they do.
Yeah. All right. This could be the game. Let's see. Vasquez gets it. Is he in? It's close.
Nobody's
No one's signaling yet.
Nobody's signal. No signal.
Yeah.
Obviously, South is signaling.
They
yes,
signal a
but the
touchdown.
officials are not.
No signal from the officials.
So it's back up to the 1, maybe.
It's going to be 3rd down. He did not get in.
Quickly,
But they're going to line
going up
up
to the
quickly. And again, Vasquez next to Torres. He gets it, and he is stopped.
He stopped,
He
yeah.
tries to hurl over the defense. They stopped him. Then he tries to bounce off the right side, and he does not score.
It's a
I
fourth
tell you
down.
what, they just stuffed him.
Wait a minute. It's going to bring up a 4th down now. And I don't know if South is going to call timeout or not. What they're going to do, they're
Look at that. They're bringing a huge player in.
Yeah, we're going to give him credit. Why not? Bring in JC Garcia. JC is going to he's going to be the nose guard. He's going to plug everything up in the middle. And they're going to count on him to do it now. Yeah, we got a timeout here. And I was going to say they're not going to run this play.
Right.
Now, so basically it's a 4th down in inches.
Yeah.
4th down in inches. The defense has to stop him
Well, I was
here.
talking about Abraham Hinosa. He just went back off again.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
On the
No,
offense.
no, I'm saying I'm not. Yeah. No, I meant on the defense.
Oh, yeah, on the defense.
Hinosa.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he's a mountain of a guy.
Yeah. They're
can't-
putting all the big guys
Yeah.
up front.
Yeah.
They've
Now,
got.
he came back off, though, so I don't know if he'll stay in there, but we'll see. But the key is just stopping him on this play, regardless of who's in.
Marco Garcia, big defensive tackle, is in there.
Yeah.
He's one of them.
So it's going to be 4th down and goal to go at the 1-yard line. Basically, here's what it goes. The Hawks score and hit the extra point, game over.
Right.
If they score and miss the extra point, another round of overtime.
Ball is at the 1-yard line.
But on that last play, I mean, he tried to go up the middle, and they just stuffed him, and then he tried to bounce off on the right side, and they got him down too.
Right.
That was something for the highlight reel. That last defensive play.
Something's got to give.
Okay. So Vasquez in there at running back. They're going to give it to him, and he's stopped, dropped in the backfield. Weslaco wins. What a play on defense. This young defense, all new starters this year. Man, they're up to the task, and they are victorious tonight over the Hawks, 41-35. Huge road victory, non-district, getting you ready for district.
Wow.
Football, Fred, it doesn't get better than this.
You know, you saw a big mistake. This offensive line has dominated the third and fourth quarter until that play. They let that linebacker come up, made a play, gets him behind, and really uses 2 or 3 yards. Really at the end there, 2 or 3 yards, and really hold them back, and that seals a win for this defense and seals a win for the Panthers. Man, oh man.
Boy, we got to get those on the highlight reel, huh?
Yeah.
And that was great. Yeah. And, you know, football, Fred, there's a ton of things we could talk about offense tonight. Obviously,
right.
Multiple touchdown passes between Jaden Cavazos and Jacob Cavazos.
Right.
We saw a long 66-yard run by Jacob Cavazos. But at the end of the day, it was the defense, which struggled at times tonight,
right.
That we got to give the kudos to,
yeah,
right?
And basically that's what it was.
I mean, it was a team win, don't
right,
get me wrong.
It was the fact
but
that
the defense shined when they had to.
They had to make a play. We saw this
couple plays.
We saw that against Ed Calchelsa when they needed to stand up and make a play, they did.
Yeah.
And then tonight, ending non-district on a high note, beating Harlingen Hawks. Yes, an awesome play by this defense. I think we're ready for district.
And, of course, got to give kudos to my man, Jesse Hernandez, 42-yard run for a touchdown.
Right.
So, again, you can watch this game later. If you're listening to it right now and watch it later, it's going to be great. Again, Val Zamora, I know you had to come in for Vinny tonight. He's under the weather. You've done a great job.
Yep.
And we appreciate all you do. And the whole KOS crew going to get this ready for everybody to watch. We thank our boss, Carlos Roblato, over there, and everybody. So, and, of course, Mina.
Oh, she always does a good job.
Always sends us the rosters and everything, the secretary. So we're going to wind it up here. And again, got to catch my breath, huh? Weslaco Panthers, 41-35 winners over the Harlingen South team. And the Panthers now on the season have improved to 3-1. Harlingen drops to 2-2. Just some final quick comments.
So really, I believe we're ready for district. I really, Scott, think that this defense really tonight and really with these non-district games have prepared this defense. We knew what the offense can do and put up 41 points. We know that. But tonight, when they needed to, this defense showed up. We got a couple of injuries we got to work through here. You know, we've got a game. We started against Economidas, and then we have some time off. That's going to be important because we want to make sure we get all our athletes back as well. Good job tonight.
Thank you. And Football Fred, always a pleasure working with you. One final time from Bogus Stadium in Harlingen, Texas, a non-district high school football action, and it was the Weslaco Panthers 41, the Harlingen South Hawks 35. This has been a KWest production.